Testing.
Let's make sure the mic is on before Mark Collins say can't hear.
Where or no? Just
Oh,
make sure
to
you
the
keep
mic.
your mouth to the mic.
No, the mic wasn't on.
When you was talking?
Yeah, it wasn't
All of
on.
a sudden, as soon as I texted her, it was like clear as hell. I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
damn.
then I went click.
Oh,
They wasn't
you know
on.
what? Because that one wasn't just on. Yours on tone?
Yeah, it wasn't on.
We on. You stream. We on.
You got us on.
2 shows left, baby. 2 shows left. Yeah.
Cradle
Minute and a half.
right here.
Yeah.
Crayon.
As long as you ain't say cradle to the grave, I was all right. You care what else you said. As long as you ain't say
Cradle to the grave, man. I seen it. I said that's a pretty green shirt.
Yeah, that one, man, I'll tell you. It was nice.
Minute 15.
Mark, where these other headphones?
Oh shit, where my headphones? You got
I
your
need
headphones? Y'all on?
Shit.
They on the thing.
Cookie or something. They're plugged in over there.
You can take them off. Yeah, I just plug them up. Just to plug them up.
Your stream, open conversation, up and running, coming at you. And the countdown.
50
Countdown.
seconds.
50 seconds. Get your ears on.
Get your nap on.
You ready to go back in the studio next Sunday? 30 seconds. All right. Robot recording. Roll. 20 seconds. Hey. Damn, they gave me room to rap. Instrumental. If it ain't about food stamps, don't you be asking me to take you shopping. It ain't about food stamps. Speaking of food stamps, I gotta save my son food stamps on.
Hey, the time is approximately 6 p.m. You're tuned in to Sadior Presents Open Conversation Show. On the radio, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, 2.
1 minute. Who will bring us in?
Of course, simply D.
Alright.
50 seconds.
Oh. 40 seconds. 30 seconds.
Take a minute.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Yo, welcome once again to Open Conversation as we're on the countdown to hitting the community in your area. We started today, me and Mark 5, out and about, doing our thing. But you're listening to Open Conversation on Heat 100 Radio. I'm your man, Simply D. And in the studio with me tonight is none other than the one who brings the funny.
Hey, it's your girl, Miss Darkchild. What it be on this wet and wild Thursday? You thought I was gonna say Wednesday? I was gonna say Wednesday, but
I thought you was going to just follow the W's.
I was just, I was about to. What's up, y'all? It's Thursday. We here. Holla.
Wet and wild out.
Wet and wild.
Let's get some balloons with some water.
Let's get some whipped cream and some alcohol. You know that's how black people say it. Alcohol.
Okay. We also in the studio with my man, the one who created all this, Mark 5. What's up?
What's going on, people? Glad to be back here in the studio at Heat 100 in Philadelphia with my family, who I love so much. I enjoyed the show, man, last week. I just wanted to compliment y'all. I'm so looking forward to finding out how someone's date went
Oh, yeah.
and talk about today. Also talk about the day's activities that
Oh,
you
whoa,
know,
everybody
that
laughing but me.
that
Everybody laughing but me.
you
Clue
know,
me in.
where we were at earlier today. I want to talk about that. And I guess, and I'm excited, man. I'm not gonna lie. I might be. How do young people say? You over what they say? Overkill. We say
Over the
overkill.
top.
They say you too much or whatever they say. For the next 2 shows because of our last 2 shows being here on
You
YouTube
hype?
Radio. Yeah, you hype, you overhype. But that's what my son-in-law always say. Because man, this has been a great experience, you know. But I'm looking forward to hitting the streets. Today was a sample. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited. Excited.
You and me both. Of course, engineering, we got my man Divine, and sitting over in the corner producing the show is none other than Amina. So today, we're going to be talking about
Food.
Black lives that matter, food, unsolved murders, child support system, and the lack of investigation. Because a lot of crimes go unsolved because lack of money. People can't afford to buy investigators to go out and investigate the situation. So we're going to be talking about all that. But before we jump into that,
Got a packed show.
we're going to be talking about Don't Do That, Throwback Thursday, Simply the Dum Dum Moment, and the OC letter.
We got a OC letter.
Yeah, we got OC letter. We got a couple of them. But
Lord.
I picked one. We had a nice one last week from
Yeah.
Die to Ride. You know what I mean? That was
Ride
a
or
good one.
Die?
Ride or Die.
Yeah,
Ride
you
or
can
Die.
say it back.
He put
You got it,
anything
yo,
in
you know
any
what?
order he want to put.
Nobody has hosts
Yeah,
like
you
we have.
child dark and you 5 mark.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But you know what? We want to know how you think went.
Jump right
So
into it.
he just jumped into it. There will be
Why
a
did you
second
choose?
one.
There will be a second date.
Yes. there
So
will
so the date went well.
be. Very, very well.
So you bought the bottle Ripple.
Got the got the cobwebs.
I just scored that. And I'm sitting there texting our host. I mean, I guess. Look, you done threw me off. Calling the guest host, the host, yeah.
I figured I catch
Look,
somebody.
she said it and looked right at me because I ain't
Because I wanted
respond.
to see what he was
Look, I
going
had
to
to say, whoa, wait a minute, Kyle.
Interesting. The dating scene is very interesting. There are, when you get to our age, it's a whole different ballgame. It
Yes, it
ain't.
is.
It's serious. You know, ain't nobody got time for that. You just be like hanging up on people on the phone on purpose. So, weekends was great. I had a great time. I was actually off this weekend. Shout out to my manager, Rel. His son graduated over the weekend, so he went to ATL. I got to, you know, sit back and relax.
Okay.
So I'm good. A little tired today.
Yeah.
My daughter's calling me. Don't you know I'm on the radio?
She might
She
have heard
might
about that
not
date.
Too
she
late to
wants some info too.
get involved.
No, she didn't tell about the date.
Yeah.
She heard the cobweb scene. That's what that was. Like, oh, hey, mom.
The dust was blown off.
He just blow.
You know what? My problem with you is, right? You want to do
I was like, yo,
roses.
I gotta give my brother a high five because I thought he was gonna do the explosion, but he did the sixes drum.
Oh.
So you got the headphones. You missed it. Look, I was hoping you was gonna do something.
When everybody put these headphones on and everybody be laughing but me. That don't feel right. Somebody besides me we got new headphones in this joint.
Yeah, Samsung's son. Samsung's sons. It goes with the mics. Shout out to Heat 100 with the new headphones.
I told you so.
Crazy.
Stop! Stop! So, I don't know, just make noises or something. You like to do roses and pebbles and
Yes.
snowballs and
She said pebbles.
all kind of goldfish and shit. I mean stuff. I don't get it.
Okay. Won't get what?
All that extra stuff.
It's
Just
not extra.
get right
It's not
into it.
extra.
This reminds me of.
Just get right to the hole.
Call me.
This
Uh,
reminds
Just
me.
go right to the pudding cup, huh?
Right.
I don't know if. I know this might sound.
Do
funny.
you and your wife still go on dates?
Yeah, we want to date Friday.
Where'd y'all go?
We went to I was gonna say the Fluff Mansion or something. What is it called? The Floating. Yo, wait till I tell y'all about this. It's called Floating. And every time I say that, people are like, floating. What the heck is that?
Because some people don't know what the word floating means.
Yeah.
Start there. You got to start there with black folks sometime. Floating. Huh? Yeah.
This thing
Was
is,
nice. Philadelphia?
Yeah, Second and Girard.
Yeah, the park joint.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
across the street.
In fact,
What you do, you lay
you
inside this container filled with 10 inches of water, 850 pounds of Epsom salt, and you actually float. And I fell asleep a
You
couple
got wet?
times. You float, and you in water. Like you know how you go in the tub, you lay your head back.
Yeah.
Is that?
So
but
was you laying
actually
on something?
float. No, water.
So you actually get wet.
You float.
Water come with soap and a rag. I ain't got no time for playing in it.
No, trust me. You talk about relaxing.
It was nice.
It was beautiful. I fell asleep, and you in there for I think it was like 90 minutes.
Dang.
I got out that thing. I was relaxed.
You was like, you couldn't
Yeah,
drive
it's,
home.
and it feels like you floating in the air. It's like a mental thing. It's like not gravity. It's not holding. You just floating.
Y'all
And
was
a
in the
couple
same
times
tube?
I floated right into the wall. No, she had her own. I had my own.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
separate tubes.
Yeah, you had to do that. I don't want to blow the cobwebs, but you float. I was floating into the wall. Like, wait a minute, and it woke me up.
Who found that?
Who else? You know, I ain't into that stuff. I'm being brought into a whole new world. Shout out to Sharon.
Wifey.
Yeah. So we
My
got
birthday
this
twin.
thing. We got this thing now that we try new things, and I'm glad we tried that. It was nice. The guy
Was it
said a lot of
expensive?
athletes. From what I hear, no. A lot
What
of
you
athletes.
hear? You went.
No, but I got treated. So you know
Oh.
you ain't supposed to know the price.
So your wife treated you.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Anniversary.
wonderful.
Anniversary week.
All right, so y'all,
Yeah.
you gonna treat her to something nice?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Yeah.
I don't
When
wanna know what
when
you
I
doing.
second, when I tell you later. Okay.
All right.
You know,
But
she
you got
listens.
something planned.
Oh yeah, we gonna do something real nice.
You taking her to the
12,
zoo?
12 years. We got no. We passed the zoo.
You
Believe it or
gotta
not,
do
I
wink,
do have
wink.
some free passes to the zoo. Though.
So then take her.
Yeah,
That's
and she been
something
asking to go, but see,
She probably ain't been since she was a little kid. If you hear, so you on the phone,
It's funny.
text one of us, because I know you got every last one of our phone numbers. Tell us if you want to go to the zoo or not.
No, she do. I'm waiting for my father-in-law to take it, but if he don't take it when my daughter get here in August, then we all.
She gotta wait till August to go to the zoo. Text us if you want to go to the zoo
Cause
before
grand,
August.
you know,
You
look,
got free passes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She might want to go to the
grandson,
zoo before
grand-
August.
grandson gonna be here for the first time. He coming to Philly from Atlanta, so
Okay.
you know you got to do the zoo. That's like
Everybody.
everybody got to do the zoo. You coming out of town.
So,
Your phone just went off.
yeah, let's see what she said.
Yeah, you look.
'Cause I know.
You said you know.
She is my August sister.
Let's see. 2 messages.
Same person?
Sensory deprivation tank.
Oh, sensory deprivation tank. That's what's up. She know the big words.
Thanks for the shout out.
Thanks for her giving us the correct name. I'm not gonna say the floating.
The float. I call it
The
the
float.
float. Ain't nobody gonna say, look.
Yeah.
When I say, if I
You
say
know what?
that,
See, kids with autism,
right.
they go into, we got a sensory deprivation room
Okay.
where it's a lot of touch, the squishy balls.
Mhm.
They play with, please call, text us with the right name. I call it squishy balls. But they're little gel balls, and there's a table with pegs. Say it, flash again, answer it. She gonna give us the right name.
She
Flashes.
said, hey, sister. Go ahead.
Hey, so little
Look.
flashy things come sticking up. It's all kind of weird things. But I don't want to jump too early on this news story. But since we're talking about water, what the heck went on at Clementon Park with Power 99?
What happened?
You ain't seen that on pictures?
Power 99
No.
They
apparently
put that together?
no. Apparently, listen. But
Hold that thought.
hold that thought. We'll be right back at 6:12,
Look.
and you're listening to Open Conversation on Heat 100 Radio. Holla.
What happened?
Apparently they went on to they went Power 99 promoted an adult swim party.
Okay.
And niggas got ratchet and tore the fucking park up. Now
I ain't hear about that,
Clementon
but I
Park
saw
don't
the
want to
pictures
talk
and
about
stuff.
it. Power 99 don't want to talk about it, and they both separated. And Power 99 is not welcome back in Clementon Park anymore. It's a whole bunch of shit. Google it.
Wow.
It's crazy,
I am-
man.
You got a black woman?
Hey, yeah. If you know about what happened at Clementon Park with Power 99, hit us up. Dark Child's going to talk about it, but hit us up and let us know about it. But you know what we do when we in between segs?
Black facts.
Black fact.
He gonna say black fact. That's a black fact.
Christopher Perry, the founder of the Philadelphia Tribune, died on this day in 1921. That's Christopher Perry. He was the founder of the black paper, basically that's what a lot of us know it as, but it's actually called the Tribune. So he died in 1921. Governor Patterson declared martial law in Montgomery, Alabama. He called out the National Guard for a riot that was going on between blacks and whites on this day in 1961. Also in 1881, the American Red Cross was founded in Washington, D.C. by two Ameritarians, Clara Barton and Ardolph Solomon. That's a little bit of information for you during the break.
I can listen to a song, but
You got to. You got to dum dum on me. Hey, 1 minute. I know you know your job, brother. I told you, I'm proud of you, son. Look, proud of you, son. Look, you make my life, man. You make me happy.
so we bring it back to the news.
You ain't bring no Snickies from the store. I need a chip or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, Dark Child getting ready to
We
go
bring it back with
into
the news.
Mr. Divine's goodie bag. Yeah, we're coming back with more news.
Let me get a napkin.
I'll come back first then put the news second on.
We're gonna come back and do. Oh, we got. Well, it's up to y'all. Y'all want to stay with the news? Then we dum dum on.
Yeah.
All right, we stay with the news.
Let me get
So
some
we
chip.
come back. Just put the news.
Oh,
Drop. Yeah, that's all. And then we'll do his dum dum on there.
So I'm about to fade this out.
All right, bet. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
You come back with the news?
Yeah, man.
All right, so.
And we're back.
Yeah, you're telling us about Power 99.
Okay. Apparently, Power 99 in Clementon Park
Right.
named this thing Summer Splash.
Okay.
So, and it clearly says it just became
Summer.
Yeah. Can you imagine black folks in a water park?
Mm-mm.
It might as well say clothes not included.
Yeah, pretty much.
Summer Splash will not be welcome back to Clementon Park after risque videos of the fundraiser surfaced. Guess what the fundraiser was?
What's that?
Sickle cell anemia.
Dang,
We
hell.
don't mess
Things got a bit nasty last weekend as Clementon Park and Splash Water, an adult-only sickle cell anemia fundraising turned into a raunchy twerk convention.
Mm.
They named it a twerk convention.
Wow.
Okay,
Say Turk. You know I was going to ask you.
twerk convention. They said even legendary DJ Cosmic Kev was twittering about the party all day long on Saturday. He has since then deleted the photos and the videos from his Instagram account. But they show a flash where it says 1 hour away, the biggest splash party at Clementon Park, New Jersey. The entire park was rented out for a fundraiser, and children were not exposed to the trifling dance scenes, manhandling in person. The event was so outrageous. Videos and festivals, they said traditionally the place is a family environment. They will no longer be inviting these people back to Clementon Park. You took a family park, Lord Jesus, and turned it into an XXX rated park.
An orgy.
An orgy.
and put sickle cell involved.
And then put sickle cell behind it. Poor sickle cell people.
Oh, wow.
Sponsor said, we ain't doing nothing. But I bet you they raised some money.
I bet you
Because
they did.
black folks was out there spinning,
Mm-hmm.
swimming, twerking nasty and they spent some money because you can't bring no food in. So they was hungry. They ate $17 burgers.
Oh, you bet your booty Clemson Park made some money that day.
They said, let's make it clear. Clementon Park's Splash Water issued a statement on his Facebook page Monday making it clear that the organization for this party, for this particular event, will not be back at this park.
While he was counting his dollars.
While he counted every dollar he made. Reaction to the post, wow. Stop playing. In the name of sickle cell, y'all want to be out there burking and twerking and all of this mess. Y'all not coming back. So, if you out there and you heard about it, call us up. We are here 267-368-5328. Holla at us. Tell us what you think about the Clementon Park Power 99 Twerk Fest that they had over the weekend. Now, I'm going to keep Googling it because I'm going to give you all the updates on this dang thing because it went down and we just wasn't invited.
Yeah, apparently so.
Right.
A couple bottoms went down too.
Yeah.
Bottoms up.
This man gonna have punchlines all night. And I'm all right. I just opened the floodgate. Second to the last show. Let the water roll. So on a quick other note, speaking about that, and my thoughts was, well, where was the police at?
Yeah.
They wasn't there. So
They probably joined the party.
they wasn't there. They was probably in the party, but not in the party. Speaking of police. Shout out, there was the two guys that murdered a police officer in North Philly that was buying his son.
Yeah.
Got Officer Williams. Those two guys went to court. It looks like they're gonna take a plea deal, it says.
Okay.
They got graphic video of the inside of inside the store. Yeah. For the 9th time, Christina Regusta's trial has been, her sentencing has been postponed. That's a young lady that allegedly kidnapped a little girl from the school.
Right.
And she had chemo on and sodomized and yada yada yada. They have postponed for the 9th because she was supposed to be sentenced in September.
Right.
It has been postponed for the 9th time. I just heard it on the news someday this week that they were going to go to court. Said sentencing today for Christina Regustas, and they flashed a little story up real quick. So when I got home that day, I went to Google it again, and again, for the 9th time, it has been postponed.
Okay. Well, since we're talking, in that area, did you hear about in California, the 5-year-old girl who told her parents that she now wants to be considered a boy? See, the parents agreed with this, cut her hair, and changed her name from Mia to Jacob at the age of 5. What do you think about that?
It's cool.
It's cool.
He said,
Ain't my child. Ain't my niece and nephew. I'm all right with that, baby.
But at the age of 5, could you seriously make that type of decision
at the age of 5? No, that's why they just cut her hair.
And they call him a Jacob. They
right.
even enroll her in school as a male.
But guess what? In a couple of years, the tomboyness will grow out of her, and then her hair will grow back long, and she'll go back to being Jennifer.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
You know what? The only thing I gotta say about that, man, like I said earlier when we was talking, what's wrong with people? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, what's wrong with the world?
The world, man. The world, y'all are just, man. Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's
Let
all
me
I'm gonna
say
say.
this. For those of you who did not get out,
this time, boy.
yeah. For those of you who did not get out and vote, don't complain. Simple as that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. This was one of the worst turnouts for voting than ever. So when the next mayor is picked and you don't like what he's doing, don't complain. Don't even say a word.
Move. Look, move out of the city of Philadelphia.
Because it was real simple. Get your lazy behind up, walk around the corner, walk down the block, walk up the street, pull a lever, push a button, vote. It's just that simple.
You know what they should do? I think next election, they should have Jay-Z tickets for everyone that vote.
I bet you that.
I bet you the turnout would be crazy.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z don't care. He just sit back with his money and chill.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all sit and make time to do everything else in the world but what's needed.
Well, how do you feel about the fact that him and Beyonce are being labeled thugs by Fox News because it was found out they allegedly forward over monies to help get people out of jail in the Ferguson and Baltimore riots.
I feel as though that if you're in the spotlight and you have power, all that's just doing is giving, you say Fox News, attention that they want to get. So, Fox already have a bad reputation with everything that goes on. They like the Geraldo of news.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because everything is like, they just want attention. So if you can't get attention from individuals one way, you try to touch on stuff that you know that we're going to pay attention to. And right now, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Will Smith, and all of them are like people icons. And if you say something bad about them, you're going to start a circle of conversation. So that's just their way of getting
Please back to
attention.
your station.
Yeah, that's all. And now what we're going to do is more so pay Fox News attention because they said something and their ratings going to go up. And then they're going to be happy.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
One of the news stations there is out there. Yeah, that's right. I said it. They're very biased.
Oh, big time. Big time.
We're seeing pictures when it's working.
I just talked about that today, didn't I? On the way to the station. What I was talking
It's
about.
video.
Everything is TNA now.
And she is getting the alcohol poured down her back.
Oh, that's alcohol?
Yeah, look at that. That's
This
just
should have been ammonia.
Oh, yeah, that is alcohol.
it should have been what's that
Ammonia?
blue stuff they
Yeah,
put
that's
in the
got
water?
that burn your butt, drip down the
What
butt.
blue stuff? The
When you go pee in the,
yeah, when you
in
pee in the when you pee in the pool.
What? Yeah.
Oh,
Chloride, chlorine.
Yeah.
Should have been chlorine. Nasty goose joke.
It's like people,
This nasty.
they don't have
Clementon
no
Park St. John.
type of
Black
remorse.
people are just
No
not
shame.
gonna be welcome at
No
Clementon Park ever.
shame whatsoever. No shame.
So I guess they're gonna hit Sesame Place next.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And you see us doing the Mickey.
uh,
Clementon Park
Bird gonna
dead
be
as heck
twerking.
anyway. Don't nobody go to Clementon Park, and that ain't no disclaimer. What's that other raggedy park that they
Downey.
Donny Park.
doing? Nah,
Do
not
people
doing.
go to Donny Park?
Yeah, they go there for the
There's
wild
water
water.
rides.
But
It's not
what is the other park? Clement? No, the little park you went to in school that your mother only had to pay $2.
Chamonix.
There was Clementon Park, and I forgot the other one.
It was a little
'Cause all
retarded
all
park.
the schools used to take you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause nobody went there, so
Yeah.
it was safe to take you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Clementon Park was one.
It wasn't nobody
Place.
stealing nobody out of there because they didn't know how to get to the place.
There was a park in the Chamonix, wasn't it? It was not
The Chamonix Park Mars, a pool or something. Was it Clementon Park? We
Clementon
went
Park
as
was the
little
one.
kids.
Clementon Park. Everybody went to Clementon Park. That's the last time I've been there. Probably. Shout out to
When we
Tom
was in
Smith.
school,
Yeah,
that's probably that park.
yeah, it was that park.
You only had to pay like $2.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't want to be big, so ain't nobody
And the
coming
roller
back.
coaster
Y'all
ride
better
always
thank God.
sound like it was.
But they better thank God
wood-
somebody
wood
showed up
coasters.
at the the wood roller coaster. That's it.
Like,
That's it. That's it. The wood roller coaster. That's
The
it.
wood roller
Clementon
coaster.
Park. Y'all better be lucky somebody let y'all little raggedy people. But the people bought out the park. It only cost $8 to buy the whole park out. They said some company bought the whole park out. It was only $2 anyway. $8 for the whole park.
$500
And shut it down. They're gonna be at the park. Shut it down. She gonna say some company bought out the park. It was $5 for it, and a $3 for security. Some old man at the front door to punch hands.
Yeah, that's they still having bands and stuff like that.
And ain't it a dumb zoo up at Norristown State Zoo? You ever been to that Norristown Zoo? It's got 6 animals in
you
there,
walk through it in a minute.
and all of them look like they about to die. 6 animals, and they
Allegedly.
allegedly. You stupid! You gonna say allegedly? No, they look like they about to die. Yo, we cannot stop doing radio. Not us, Drew. Not me and you. We gotta keep this going on. Cause that's funny as crap. Then they want you to pat something. That thing ain't look like it's been brushed or bathed in months.
Wow.
I'm sick of these people. Bring me to a petting zoo and then tell me they got a outbreak of some old dysphoria or something. And that llama looked like his hair was being matted off. Stop playing with me.
Oh God.
All right.
Let me. You know what? I'm gonna tell my news story real quick, so then we can get into this dumb moment. And of course, like usual, my news story come from during the day me riding around and listening to different radio stations and talk radio. And the day as we were on our way to the event that me and Simply B went to, I was listening to our wonderful Mayor Nut, sir. And he says he had them waiting for a press conference, and I guess he was late. So he says the news guy, it was funny. I gotta find out who. I'm gonna replay this news because I loved it that he was straight up. So he asked the first question to the mayor and said, "Are we gonna be every time we have a news conference? Are you gonna come late?" That's my question. I was like, wow. He asked the mayor that.
Wow.
He straight came up like, "Yo, is this gonna be a daily thing that as you the rest of you being a mayor, or are you gonna come
Rest of
6 to
your
10
time.
minutes
Yeah.
late every time so we'll know?" The mayor says they came up with the plan of them, him coming late so that way everybody settled down. But yeah, I'm just gonna stay to my routine that I always like and come when I'm ready to come. I said, this is an ignorant dude. He actually
Just
said
a
that.
straight nut.
I'm gonna come when I feel like getting there.
Wow.
On the radio.
Wow. How about you coming? Ain't nobody there.
That's what you know what? If I was really the media, I would not show him no love the rest of his term at all. Because that was like the most I've never seen a politician be so ignorant
Right.
like that. You got these people sitting here, you're late.
Right.
They're sitting waiting for you to do a press
Right.
conference
That you called.
that he called
Right.
and he comes late.
Right.
And I know it's the truth because when my daughter graduated and we was down City Hall and she got her scholarship and stuff like that, he was 20 minutes late as everybody was sitting waiting for him to come.
Okay. Call another press conference.
Because I wouldn't go.
And media don't show up.
At
Go
all.
to Clemington Park.
So-
Ain't nobody gonna be there. So go. Go to Clemington Park,
Yeah,
give a news
that-
conference.
it's like when you're
Mayor Nuttery.
Yeah, exactly. When you're in the spotlight and you hold a certain position, you have to, they get mad at us. And they
Right.
call us, as black people, ignorant, and we do things and what is it, CP time?
Right.
And we try hard more so to be on time with different things. And for you to be the mayor of the city of Philadelphia and say you're gonna come when you get there and you late, what kind of role model are you?
You ready?
So that's my news story, man. I can't wait till he get out of office. I really can't, because his representation is the worst.
Man, there you go.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. Simply D, read that. Read this. We reading quotes.
Okay. Which one, Tiffany?
Yeah.
You.
That's how it started off.
Yeah.
Ew.
They better completely drain all the water sources and fill them fresh. There isn't enough chlorine in the world to handle all that nastiness. Oh.
Did they tell them to drain all the water at the park and fill it with chlorine? You know Clemington Park only got one little pool. And you could buy it this weekend at Odd Lot for $149.
They're gonna have to sip some water in.
He said, ugh.
They like to boil the
Boil the water.
water.
We wrong.
Oh, and that float is 93 degrees too. So can you imagine being in the heat?
Sweating out my perm. Thank you, sis. Birthday, sis. No, thank you. That was a nice thought. But you sweating out perm.
Well,
I am
gotta
not
you
telling
gotta
my
go.
black sisters to tell them that because they be in there down in that old salty water, turning out like
Wait a minute, you talking
Clement
about
Park.
sweating? I was going to say sweating out perms. What you think they was doing at Clement Park?
yeah.
Right?
Some of them ain't even come with perms. Nasty little nasty. 90s.
Let's go to the dum-dum moment.
Wait, she said,
That's the dum-dum moment.
Wait, wifey said it was 93 degrees in it.
No, that's what the temperature is in the water. Like it
93
actually,
degrees.
everything corresponds to make you relax.
Yeah.
Like the heat, the water, the
Good
Epsom
sex
salt.
make you relax. But
That too. But that, you're supposed to do that after you go and relax. Then
how you
extra
even
relax.
get your legs together with the jelliness? 93 degrees. How was it in that tube?
It was nice. It wasn't a tube. It was like a metal,
You said a capsule.
It's like a capsule. That's exactly what it was like. I put
You
it on
was closed
Facebook.
in.
Yeah, I put it on Facebook. I'm gonna
I
repost
haven't
it
been on Facebook
on
all week.
Facebook.
I've been
'Cause
asleep
what's
all
the,
week.
what's the lady from? I ain't gonna say what news channel because we just got finished bashing the hell out of her. But that station, that little lady that always go around and different things, she was in there and she did a whole news story
Okay.
on that, and it's very interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay.
So,
Wifey, tell us what you thought about it.
Terry,
Phone should be going off 5, Let us know how you felt about it.
Let's get into the dumb moments. I think we just had a whole 33 minutes of a bunch of dumb dumbs.
Right?
Certainly did.
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Real quick, when we come back to radio,
Yeah.
we gonna call it the Jack moment.
Yeah, because DJ made sure you're doing me dirty.
FCC.
Like, really. Anyway,
Sound like he on.
yeah. This week's Dumb Moment is titled Going For It Even Though the Signs Say No. Going for it even though the signs say no. We as people sometimes think we can ignore the signs, but I'm here to tell you, dum-dums, don't do that. Like, we are about to cross the street. The light turns red. Chances are you're going to still try to cross that street. Your dum-dum behind might get hit. You should not take a hot pot off the stove without a hand mitten, or you might get burnt, dum-dum. I mean, seriously, if the signs say no, why are you still gonna go for it? You should not jump out of an airplane without a parachute. I can almost guarantee you the ground is gonna come real quick and you're not gonna bounce. So you wouldn't do that either, right, dum-dum? So my point is, the other day, my girl was walking home from church, and one of the male church members decided he was going to walk home with her. No problem. I didn't go, so everything is cool. You know, you walk and you talk and you bust it up. You ask her if she's seeing someone, she tells you yes. Y'all have a laugh because he shares the same name that I do. All the signs are telling you not to go for it. He tells you she has someone, he has the same name that I have. But no, you're going to ask for the number anyway. Didn't the sign say, don't go for it? Let's stop being dum-dums and pay more attention to the signs, and we might make out a whole lot better, dum-dum.
Yeah, jump out of an airplane without a parachute. That's what he said. Why do people do some dumb stuff?
I don't know.
But here's my question. Why was you the dumb to let the pastor's male parishioner of the church walk your wifey home? Why?
I wasn't there, son.
I don't care. She can walk by herself. She's been doing it for some ideas.
But you know, she's attractive. I guess he thought, oh, I'm going to make my move. But even still, like, you would walk and talk. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it is.
Well.
All right, hold up real quick. Because see, because I know Simply D for so long, I know some past history stories. Who tried to walk home?
Oh, one of the guys from the church.
Well, he wasn't a pastor.
No.
Oh,
He was
right.
one. I said
Because I know, I was going to say, you a pastor, man.
I said parishioner.
Look, okay.
The parishioner of the church.
Because I know some
Listen,
past stuff, man.
It
I
ain't
ain't gonna
about
go
being,
into
it's
it.
not about being insecure, but no. You might need to go to church next week.
I'm going.
I knew you would.
That's a quick way to make sense.
And you better have a tighter suit on. You understand me? You better look like it's Easter Sunday.
That's a quick way to make that man go to church.
You
Say,
right?
yeah, the devil wanted to walk me home after church.
And he goes,
I'll be
guess
there
what?
next Sunday.
I'm off. He went upstairs and requested off. I'm off.
Yeah, I will be there.
I will be with you too. I'm a videotape you.
Yeah, we gotta look. Open conversation cameras will
We'll be at the church.
waiting for Simply D to walk out.
And you better be casket sharp. You understand me?
You know that.
You better be clean as
You know
the
that.
board of health. You better have your socks better be on fleek, as the kids say, fleek. You better have a sharpest shape up on the face. You what? They better smell you at the pastor better be at the pulpit and they say, whoever that is, dear Lord, let the man coming to the front smelling that good. Lord, let's see what he got on. What is it called? Sex on the beach, Jesus.
You know what? On that note,
No, we don't leave that alone.
You're tuned in to Sadior Presents Open Conversation. Our guest just got in the building. Dark Child throwing headphones.
Sam's.
Look. If you want to join in on the conversation, 267-368-5328. Also watch us live on Ustream. Ustream.tv. Search Sadior, SADIOR LLCENT. We'll be right back.
That's the first time we ever asked. How y'all doing?
Paul Floyd, Dark Child, Tom, Almeida,
It's Dark Child.
Lawrence.
What's going on, man?
Orange is getting hot. Need some ice cups.
Well, we've been in here onion
He
rings.
went way back with
Yeah,
that.
he said he needs some ice cups. Talking about my man when he used to sell ice cooling. Yeah.
Where are they?
Ices.
That was a cover up from that weed
Once
stuff.
again,
That's what
both
that
of
was.
you
He didn't explain the
out
traffic
in
going to the
the street.
Look, oh,
And
oops.
996, 16-year-old Otto III is crowned the Roman emperor. 16 years old, he was the ruler of Rome.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine? In 1932, the Democrats held their first national convention.
He said, the first national convention, that's
Well, you know we have it here in 2016.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Did they win it?
Huh?
yeah,
Are
we
getting
won it.
there?
And we won the Pope,
Yeah,
so
we
Philly
won.
should have some money.
Yeah, Philly
We should be on fleek next week.
But you know what they're doing? For those of you who don't know, who has thought about doing this, if you thought about renting out your house for people to come stay and you go somewhere else, the mayor is going to tax the hell out of you for making that extra income. And that's something that you might not be aware of and might not know. So it's just a little bit of snippet in the newspaper.
So when you rent your house out, don't say nothing. Look,
Yep.
basically. Cash only. Look.
Huh?
What was those dates again?
Which for Otto was 996, and the Democrat first national convention was in 1932.
In 1933, it was the financial pressure, right?
Wow. That's all.
So you understand that? So
Yeah.
what? What? Time to pizza.
Pay attention.
So
I'll
what
tell
you
you.
think's going on?
Let me ask you this.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
In 1933 was the financial currency. That's when everybody had to turn the gold to Fort Knox. With was that Roosevelt? Was one of those presidents?
I think it was Roosevelt.
And the
I'm history
financial
buff,
currency, that is going to be the same thing. Now when the Pope comes, something really big is going to happen. That's what happened. Time seems
know
to be
Saddam?
so.
Nostradamus.
I don't know what it is.
Okay. Allegedly. Okay.
Now,
We're not talking about the Nas one.
You said right next to the right one. You said next to the comedian himself. I told you this was gonna be interesting after I watched. I told you after I watched this video. I said I'm gonna put.
But here's what I believe, and I'm a
It's
Buddhist, and my firm belief is I live in the here and now. So what's important is right here and right now.
1 minute.
The past is just that, the past.
well,
The
then,
present is not promised.
let me ask you this.
It's here and now.
Did you pay attention to who was killed on that train? That train crash?
Oh, we know that was for a reason. That was a whole conspiracy.
8 people.
Let me stop for they be
Among
tapping my
those
phone.
8,
Well, you streaming? Don't forget.
But it was just running the bank. It wasn't controlling the money though.
Who bringing us
I
back?
read a little too
I'll bring
deep
it
into
back.
that. But here's what you need to read into that.
Seconds.
It
Was
was
there-
6-star trains.
Was
It
there,
was almost 300 people on there and only 6
I mean, collateral damage?
It's on the floor.
There was another
Yeah.
top banker that was killed before he was
20
killed.
seconds.
Right. But all they do is you do it from the information.
Right? No. Knock them
10
off.
seconds.
Knock them off so that we don't
Can
ask
you hear
questions, so that family don't ask questions. And a plane crash, train crash, something
We back.
like that.
Yo, we back.
Oh, we ain't back yet. Now we're back.
Now we back. Yo, we be having some heated conversations behind the scenes. They're gonna sit me next to this man.
Yeah,
Very nice looking man. What you think? Oh, we up there.
It's going. Yeah, we up top.
We got some very nice looking gentlemen that came in smelling all good. They won't be at church with Mark.
Why you gotta do with me?
Look.
Look.
No, we here, y'all. We bad. He gonna pull out some altos, and we've been in here killing some onion rings.
He trying to tell you
How
something.
that look? Now how that look? I think he peeped that when he went in. You see that bag of onion rings you got sitting on that table? Pull out the altos. So what was we talking about?
We
Besides
just
Clemington Park.
went, yeah, we
Let
just
me
went.
just ask y'all, did y'all happen to see that Clemington Park story?
Yes.
What went on? Ratchetness, right? Righteousness.
All right, let's introduce our guests since they sitting here. Hey, let's introduce.
Let's introduce the guests.
Let's introduce
You-
our
I
guests real
thought you
quick.
was finished. I didn't want to make sure you finish your sentence. Step to the mic.
Pull to the mic.
Right.
Pull up to the mic.
Pull up to the bumper, baby. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Floyd Devine.
Floyd Divine, you are.
I am an advocate of black and black crime. Also a father who was recently a father of a son, a 12-year-old who was recently stabbed during an incident in the Frankfurt area with other black, teenagers. So I'm basically here to really touch on some areas of black and black crime and the lack of investigations on black and black crime. So that's pretty much.
And you are
I'm Paul Hall. Everybody calls me PH.
PH. Okay.
I'm just a regular guy. that
Just a regular old day guy.
knows a little bit about a little bit.
I know I'm gonna get some text messages. I need y'all to share this joint to pull up a little bit. They gonna be like, I can't hear him.
Right.
We got our listeners is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you just a regular guy that just knows a whole lot of things.
A little bit about
A little bit. All right. So we're gonna talk here today. Yeah, you gotta go back.
Which topic y'all want to hit on? Look, everybody.
Are we gonna hit on the topic before we?
What y'all want to do?
No,
Well,
let's
we got
do-
a little
yeah,
bit.
we got-
We got a little
because
bit
we
of
got-
time.
we
We
got-
can't forget, Dark Child.
Moments and all that.
In the next 10 minutes.
And don't do that.
So
Don't do
yeah.
that. Yeah,
So
7:30.
just a quick question, just to throw it out there. Now that some time has passed, can I get your feedback on? I don't want you to get too deep on it, but about the two young men, who were murdered by police officers. Baltimore, boom. Just real life, just something like, just let me know what your thoughts and feelings and the unrest in Baltimore.
With the Baltimore situation, I think that we're at a point where if you don't care, why should I? And you say, what do you mean by that? I think that we're at a point where black people have to care about black people. We have to care about each other first. You feel what I'm saying? Once we begin to value each other's lives and the communication and relationships with each other, then other people can respect us. But when they see us not respecting each other, then why would they respect us? Why would they even care? You understand what I'm saying? So that situation, not just that one, but other situations involving in that matter, they don't respect us because we don't respect ourselves.
PH, you said they call you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
My take on the Baltimore stuff is I'm all for what happened in Baltimore, meaning how people came out and stood up. Although it looked bad on the surface, but when you look beyond the surface, a baseball game got shut down. And the worst thing to do to anybody in power is to shut their money supply. When they did that, although how they went about doing it didn't look right, it got the attention of the owners of the baseball team, of the Orioles, and that owner spoke out to speak with those people, and they understood what's going on. So I look at the bigger picture, and I saw that if they can unrest and take the money from where it needs to be taken from, because those people, what everybody doesn't understand is a lot of those teams do some unconstitutional things. All the money that's being taken from the city and people who spend the money must be apportioned back to the people. That's the real cause of the riots. But nobody understands that because we don't read our history.
Caller, you're on Heat 100 Radio. Sadior presents Open Conversation. Hello? Hello?
Gone. All right, I'm gonna just throw another question out there. We got some time to do before we really jump into this topic here. Pacquiao Mayweather.
Really?
Yeah, just asking. You got some time to feel like this.
Look,
Yeah, we usually start at
Yeah,
7,
we
but
start
we
like-
having fun
no,
right
no,
now.
no,
So
we
she
still
just throwing some
throw
things out so
somebody.
people
I
will
mean,
get to know who we got.
truly, I
It
like.
wasn't a fight.
It wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight, and a lot of people that don't know boxing
Right.
was looking for Mayweather to be a brawler. Mayweather is not a brawler. He's a very, very, very articulate, skilled boxer. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for points. He's trying to. He's playing. He's boxing. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you're looking for a Hagler, Tommy Hearns fight, you're not going to get that these days. You know what I'm saying? So like, everybody's disappointed. Oh, I paid this money. Well, I mean, what were you looking for? Mayweather. I wanted Mayweather to go down. I wanted Pacquiao to knock him out.
I'm with you on that one.
I think Mayweather talks too much, he's arrogant, but at the same time, he's
Hold
smart.
that thought real quick. Let's try this again.
He's nowhere near as good as Ali or Sugar.
No way.
Open
No way.
conversation.
Hello. Hello. You on the air?
Oh, okay. So,
All right. What's your opinion?
I think it's pointless, for real, because it's bad enough that there's all these cops out here killing our youth, and now we gotta worry about our own kind killing us all. Like, we don't even need the cops to do it because we doing it ourselves.
So what's your opinion as far as the solution?
I think, like, for the solution, like, I don't know what it's gonna take. It's gonna take
Say that again.
it's gonna take like real men and women to raise our generation right, to uplift us. Because right now we got a bunch of non-existing people who don't have no intelligence, no knowledge on what they're doing, raising these kids today. So we need to go back in that day to where we're real men and women raising our generation.
I agree.
One
Real
of the-
generation.
One of the things
I totally agree about that. We're going to touch on your statement. If you want to call back, you give us a call. All right? All right. What you saying?
one of the things the young lady made a great point. We was watching the show Do Black Lives Matter, and if my thing is this: if Black Lives matter, who do they matter to when Black lives are taking Black lives? You feel what I'm saying? If we continue to kill each other, I mean, you gotta think.
All right, I want you to hold that because we're gonna go to that segment. But we was talking about Mayweather Pacquiao.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
I
want
think
to
it's because the call.
right, because the caller threw us off. But we want to get
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm ready to go in, right?
It's you. Right, you ready to go in? Go ahead. I want you to give me Mayweather Pacquiao.
Mayweather Pacquiao was an awesome fight to me because you could see the respect levels in both fighters. Mayweather got hit with some shots that took him back to where he had to respect Pacquiao's power. Now that made him get super technical and only fight on angles and pot shot. And a fighter like how Manny is, he can't take that. He can't take somebody that's smart and knows how to use better angles than he does. That's why he fell completely the way that he did. In my personal opinion.
You think he failed?
Absolutely, he failed because Pacquiao, he's been hyped up his whole career. Nobody in boxing has ever moved up in weight classes the way that he has and knocked people out like he has. Power diminishes over time with body weight and so on and so forth. He has kept his power and even got more powerful, but now since the allegations came out and people were alleging that he was taking sports enhancing drugs, since that came out, they called him on it. Now you see a completely different fighter.
I seen him on the box and I seen Mayweather running.
Well,
I think he ran for a great deal of that fight.
well, objectively speaking,
So, because at the end of the night, win or lose, they was going home with fat pockets regardless. So, I think he ran 90% of that fight
well,
and didn't want to really get hit
well,
because
He knew Pacquiao was gonna knock him out.
Pacquiao stung that thing.
I have a great point. You have a lot of boxers that stood in the pocket that are now punch drunk. They're sick. Their motor skills aren't there. So with a person like Mayweather who's smart enough to work those angles and not get hit, he is the perfectionist that those people they gave the crowd the fights, but they also gave boxing their lives, something they would never be able to get back.
But boxing has changed a lot since those days of Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sonny Liston. They came way, Muhammad Ali the greatest. Here, punch drunk. But look, they got better equipment. The training is different. Even with track and field, you look at Jesse Owens and look at Marion Jones. It's changed. Look at Usain Bolt. Technology, even into what they wear, has changed.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, that's real quick because we got 2 minutes.
Yep.
Sports change, period.
Right.
Basketball players can't fall, they breaking stuff. Football players, you can't do this. Even the rules change.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. Now I'm 42. When we played football, you got hit.
Right.
It ain't no, oh, you hit too hard, penalty, all that. No, you got hit.
Intentional
It's
hits.
a contact sport. If you can't take it, don't play it.
Exactly.
But now they even commercialized everything to the point that, you know, you got to be pretty boy and, you know, pretty Ricky. You can't get hit. You know, you touch Michael Jordan, which he's one of the best players, and you get a call. It's like, come on, dog.
Right.
He touched you on the leg and you getting a call. It's like, it's political like everything else. Sports is political, and even with the boxing thing, I respect Merriweather because he knew they couldn't go pound to pound with
Did
this
you
man.
say Merriweather?
Merriweather.
Yeah, I was wondering if you said Merriweather.
Look, I'm getting
No, I wasn't.
look, this is an example of what not to do around her. If you don't say the right word, you will be put out there by her.
He was, but he was in a 93-degree capsule. So
Yeah, I'm still.
It is called boxing or fighting,
right.
not running.
Yes.
Okay.
That was not a track and field match.
I'm just saying.
Understand the point though. If you're not going to sit and fight somebody that you know you can't beat fist to fist, you'll be a dummy to try to fight. If I fought Tyson, I'm not going to stand there and let him hit me.
Right.
I'm going to hit and move, hit and run. So, you know, real quick, let's all right. So did we satisfy your?
Yes, we just talked for time. Get it, engineer. Turn it up because I want to hear mine.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's go, y'all.
Hey, here we go.
I always mess that dude name up. I'll tell you how much attention I pay to that motherfucker.
Tell you, boy, this bring back memories.
Go ahead, DJ Manning Strong in the building of his own house because he ain't here.
We got a mix too.
Oh!
I say a click, click, and a boom, boom, bang. I said, we are the boys.
Did he say with sugar?
The Central Force.
Oh, he get right pull out the old Sugar Hill gang on him. He said, all I wanted to say is, yes, I am. Fade the block.
You done knocked my man. He knocked the glasses off his shirt.
Bills. Hey! Y'all know what time it is. This is the one and only Miss Darkchild, Philadelphia's Princess of Comedy. I'm here. And you know this is a throwback moment and we got 2 shows left. We kind of touched on it all show. Things that people do.
Okay.
So you know what it was originally titled when I was at work, right?
I can imagine.
You can imagine what it was called when I was sitting at work thinking about what this should be.
Right.
These are things that black people do that they should not do. Don't bring to a cookout, but want to take 3 or 4 plates home. Always want to smoke your weed, but don't want to contribute.
Hey, what you got in this bag?
No, they only want to buy the rollie, Philly blunt rollie right. They only want to buy the blunt right. They just want to smoke. Always talking about a cookout, but can't cook.
Oh God.
You hear me?
Yeah, don't please. Don't
Even the
even,
engineer said,
don't even make and touch a potato salad, please.
always asking. Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold
put
up.
your glasses on.
How about they get their nails and their feet done and sit in the house and they collect a check. You know them chicks. In my way, because I gotta go to work, but you want to be in getting your feet done, making me late, and all you gonna do is go back home and watch TV. In my way. trying to speak to us so that you can get my partner's attention. You know that chick? Hey, Dark. You really didn't want to speak to me. You don't even like me.
Right.
You just wanted him to turn around so you could see his face to see what he looked like. You dead wrong with that. Kill yourself. How about the one that leave less than a cup of juice in the pitcher?
I can't stand that.
Yeah, why didn't you just drink it off?
Don't you go to pick it up thinking it's heavy and it's light?
Yeah.
Drink that last swallow. Go ahead. It's yours. Buy the outfit, but still got a raggedy bra on. How you got a new bra on? Why your bra strap dirty and your outfit white? You nasty. Go on somewhere and kill yourself.
Quickly.
Spend all day cleaning your car and ain't got gas money. You know that guy Saturday. He outside and vacuuming, cleaning, washing the whole thing out. And you be like, yo, why don't you run me to the mall? You got gas money?
Yeah.
I ain't no gas. Car sparkling, but with no gas.
He just sitting there with
Just
the windows
sitting.
open.
Just sitting there, just looking at the car. With no,
Sitting for his door with the music.
right? Grown man with his keychain around his neck. Why? Why you 40 and got your keys around your neck? Why?
Hey, don't lose
Your
it.
mother did it to you when you was 2 and said, don't lose your keys. He gonna put them around his neck and take them with him. How you got on yesterday's outfit but got a new attitude? Why? You look like yesterday. Keep yesterday's attitude. How your attitude gonna change but your clothes did? You know you wrong. I know you know this. How you gonna owe me money and then still want to borrow more money?
Oh, yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah, I know that one.
Yo, let me get $10. And you be like, you still owe me $10.
Exactly.
Don't do this. This is things that people do. It's getting hot, folks. We're going to be out to some of y'all cookouts. Please cover the potato salad. Gnats and ants in the potato salad is never a good thing.
And have it on ice.
And please do.
Oh yeah, they don't have no hot potato salad.
And while he outside cutting the lawn with no drawers on, you know women get turned on by him free balling. Don't do that. Put some drawers on. Out there cutting the lawn and stuff swinging. We out of here. That's things that don't do. This is your girl, Philadelphia's Princess of Comedy, Miss Darkchild. Things that people should not do.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on that when we come back.
Come on, Miss my mix.
That juice thing is real. That Kool-Aid ain't nothing to play with, man.
No, we can bring it back. Bring it back, Dark. Bring it back. So we can give a
And we back. All right.
what you got, Simply D?
Simply D. He just looking.
Look.
You know it's stuff that people just do.
Oh, I know.
Can you see how yesterday's clothes but got a new attitude? Talking about how she gonna change your life. How about you go change your clothes
Yeah.
today?
I got one for you. Don't talk about people coming to work late till you come to work late the next day.
How about that? How about that?
Shout out to that place that I work at.
How about the ones
You
that,
know what I'm talking
how
about.
about the people that like to call out? How about the people that like to call
Then they be
off?
trying to get you in trouble.
Right.
You punch me in. Not with this
Not-
company. I
not-
ain't. Look.
Not this life. It's just stuff that people, and you know you be thirsty.
Oh man, I hate that.
What the color of the Kool-Aid, the red one, what color is that? You know people don't never say the flavor, it's the color.
Yeah. Red Kool-Aid.
Red Kool-Aid. They never say the
You
flavor.
never say cherry, strawberry, or Hawaiian punch.
Just the red Kool-Aid.
Red and blue.
Orange Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Thank God orange is a color and also
Great.
you go in there and it be, and are y'all like me that it just be a cup of Kool-Aid, not even a cup.
Not even a full cup.
Right, but do you ever have the nerve to look in there to see if somebody done drank out of the container? Because you know black people do that. I'm gonna tell you what I don't
That's
do.
because they don't want to wash that cup.
If I'm not the first person, right? If I'm not the
Somebody
first
else
person to
wash it.
open the milk, I won't drink the milk. If I bring this milk in the house
All right.
and it's closed container, that milk has to stay in my eyesight. Even if nobody opened it, I won't drink it. I have to be the first one to open that carton of milk, or I will not drink that. I have seen too many white shows when them white folks done went in the refrigerator and drank the milk and then put it back in the refrigerator. And if I saw it, my kids saw it. And we ain't doing that.
They got
Because
ideas.
they got ideas.
Well, mom, they do it.
They do it. But I just won't. And if I open it and pour some cereal and then close it and put it back in the refrigerator and then go in the living room and sit down and one of the kids come in the house, I'm not going back in there and getting more milk. Because there's a chance that this little greedy behind no, we ain't doing that.
Wow.
So this nasty things that people do. Too hot for that.
Yes, y'all got anything that y'all want to put in on that
He
segment
said the
real quick?
Kool-Aid thing is real.
He said, he did say the Kool-Aid thing is, yeah.
How about when they make toast and spread the jelly and then take the jelly knife and put it back into the jelly? Now when you go to get it on peanut butter and jelly, you got breadcrumbs in there.
I can't stand that. Yeah. Or jelly in the peanut butter.
Somebody got smart and said, hey, let's put them both together.
Yeah, you see
Peanut
it.
butter and jelly.
I don't like that mix.
No, that's nasty.
Ain't that crazy though?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're gonna mix it anyway.
You gonna mix it anyway, but you don't
But
want
I
to
don't
mix
like
it.
mentally, it's like, ew.
Yeah. You see the little stripes to the
And once you dig in it once, you done messed
the
the
whole
whole. It looks crazy.
crazy.
So you can just use it once, like
Yeah.
saying, just throw it away.
Throw it away.
That's just like the butter. If you go use the butter and you see particles of food on the butter,
Yeah.
people not washing the knife off, you're
Right.
like, I don't
You
even
got
want to use the butter
toast on
now.
my butter.
Yeah.
No, but real quick, you know what's crazy? At work, we got tea and sugar and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Why one of my coworkers, right, took his spoon out his
Don't
tea
say it.
and dipped the sugar, and then put the.
Yeah.
I was like, he's an airhead.
That's all you called it?
He's an airhead.
It was an airhead? That's
I
it?
was being nice. 'Cause I don't use it. I bring my own sugar and stuff, so it didn't matter to me.
Nasty.
Let's get back into that topic. What I call her. She said about more so the black violence.
But for those that are just tuning in, let's reintroduce
Oh,
our
yeah,
guest.
reintroduce the guest.
And once again, my name is Floyd Divine.
My name is Paul. Just call me P.
So
Alright.
Floyd, give us a little bit of your story, then we
Yeah,
segue
we can get
into
back
the topic.
that.
Well,
Right,
first and foremost, I've been in a Cecil B. Moore area. They're trying to switch over the Cecil B. Moore into Templetown and just like dominate that area.
yeah, they
And just
raising
like
taxes
trying
and all
to
that good
empower
stuff.
blacks to take the community that we have and make something out of it. We can have a Black Wall Street on Cecil B. Moore. We really could.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, we have to stop hating each other. We have to identify each other as each other. The reason why I wanted to really get out here. My 12-year-old son was stabbed in the back 2 weeks ago by a group of girls who were trying to jump my daughter. He stepped in, intervened, didn't want him to jump his sister. They stabbed him. We trying to situate this situation. But working with the police, I'm looking at like, wow, these were black girls that were teenagers trying to jump my daughter. But then how do I help the police solve the situation with a thought in mind that these girls can get locked up and incarcerated and then be placed in the system? Would that really help them? And a lot of times people will say, well, just worry about your son and this and that. Yeah, but the thing about it is, we're a community of people. We're a community of people. I can't just worry about my son because it takes a village to raise a child. So therefore, not only am I worried about my son, but what about somebody else's son?
So what happened to your son
Well,
as a result of the stabbing?
His back is swelled up, bruised and everything, and right now is infected. We're trying to deal with that. But
there was no major arteries.
no, there was no major arteries, and I really
good.
do thank God for that. But I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to use this situation to open up the doors to hopefully bring some security cameras in that playground area where this happened at. Hopefully, we can get some local authorities to pay more attention to this area in the Frankfurt community. Some school police traveling around because these girls came from another area. To this area, they are using this
How did they
playground.
target her?
Well, she was a mistaken identity.
Okay.
They were looking for somebody else. But this is a norm. This is what they do on the norm. They use this playground as a battleground. Listen, we're going to meet at the spot and we're going to do X, Y, and Z, sometimes with other schools or individuals.
So these girls came from another area. Your daughter and your son and your daughter they live in that area, or were they?
They were going to school in this area, and they were just
so they go to the same
they
school.
were on their way to their grandmother's house. Like
Okay.
they're
Stay together.
oblivious to what's going on. They're like,
Okay.
hey, what are all these people doing out here?
Right.
And someone points at my daughter and they say, it should go right there. And one of the girls that was with them said, no, that's not her.
Right.
So like at this time, my daughter's coming over. They're coming over to my daughter. My daughter's like, who are you people? You know, I don't know y'all. I don't want to fight y'all. This, that, the other. And I'm thinking to myself, at this time, she's bringing them back to their senses. Hey, listen, what are you doing?
Right.
You know,
It's not me.
but you know, I'm just looking at how they were so driven, you know, to just, you know, do what they did and continue to do what they did. As if like, you know, this is how y'all want to live. You're just going to rock out and start jumping on everybody that you see. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That
Unfortunately.
situation,
That's
it's-
crazy.
it's to the point I think more so that people like yourself, numbers matter.
Yeah.
Put it that way. And until people like yourself get with other people and actually it don't have to be this your community. It can be from Southwest Philly and work together to make noise about what you're trying to make noise about. They're not going to pay attention.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. I mean, when you look at it, look how, let's go back to the Baltimore situation. A lot of people have mixed feelings about the Baltimore situation because the way they went about it. But actually, if they would have sat there with picket signs and said, hey, you're all wrong, attention wouldn't have been brought to it the way it was brought to it because of the way they act. I'm not saying burn your CVS's down because you ain't going to do nothing but hurt the older people that need their medicine and stuff. But sometimes when you make noise a certain way, people pay more attention.
Right.
Like, think about it. When you talk to people and you try to be, you know, like your daughter was saying, hey, it's not me, this and that, they paid no attention. But if she would have got rowdy and be like, yo, bang, bang, then attention would have been like, oh, wait a minute, this chick crazy, or whatever the case may be. And it's a shame that some situations you have to act like that. But I think that the first thing you need to do is go around the neighborhood and say, yo, see who wants to make a change. Gather everybody together, start the petitions and all that. Sometimes it don't work, but if you get with the right community people that have, because we have some people in the community that can make noise. You know what I mean? And if you get with the right people and get the right numbers, then that starts the process.
Yeah, that's the
But
beginning.
it goes back to, like you said, we have to take care of each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Them cops don't care about, they think about it. If you make changes and crime go down, it's messing with their
They're
overtime.
going to get rid of me.
You basically, I mean, for real,
Yeah.
keeping it 100. I mean, that's one thing. One thing I don't fear is nothing I say on this mic. Follow me, do whatever, tap my phone. I don't care about none of that. The police don't care because you're messing with their money, because you're messing with their overtime. If you stop people from going to jail, then now, you know, this has been the big talk, the prison. I think I
Yeah.
posted something on Open Conversation that the prison and schools, which one, that shouldn't even be a question about education or locking people up. So when you start making positive moves, what's going to happen is it's going to aggravate certain individuals because you're messing with their finances. You know what I mean? Government and all that, the prison system. If we was to stop going to jail, that means that they would cut COs over time. You know, the people that invested in the prisons would lose money. Less food being ordered from the food companies. I mean, there's a lot that people don't look at. They just look at it like jail, but it's a business.
It's a business, which is why some of the private owners of those businesses are now suing certain states that they are in.
That's right.
Because their prisons aren't full.
And ain't that crazy? We're proud of it.
But you hit it on the nose, and if somebody would say, well, why would he say that, this, that, the other? No, you're right. You're absolutely right. If you want to get the white man's attention, go after his money.
But can I say this? And I feel my thought is there are a lot of African Americans in predominantly high places. 90% of the wardens are black. So let's not say the white man's money, because at this point in the game,
It's everybody.
it's everybody's.
Well, not necessarily.
It's
The
fair
warden, I mean, that's his job. He don't own the prison. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But the
what
point
she's
is,
saying is, he might be the warden,
Mhm.
but he might got some money invested in the bag.
Right.
Right.
Because
could,
that's what they
but
do.
we can do it.
That's what they do.
But you got
So
PhD, 'cause I
it's
see
we've
you
come
like-
so
Look,
we've come
he like the
too
double dutch right now.
Right.
He jump in.
right. We come too far in history, but not that far to stop using the white man card game.
Right, right,
Because it's everybody's game now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's everybody's game.
right.
But you kind of still have to use that because all of the main power players are not of our complexion. So therefore, when he spoke about the Wardens and the Wardens being all black, the best way to pull down black people by using another black. That was the purpose of it.
Okay, but Jay-Z in turn came to a city of Philadelphia that has a black mayor and decided, you know what? I'm gonna give a concert in Philadelphia and I'm gonna make all of this money. So there was no white behind that. That black man called this black mayor in this city of Philadelphia because city of Philadelphia is made outward, where New York is built up. So they wouldn't be able to pull that off without putting them at a Barclays Center or something like that. It's an open outdoor arena. We're gonna make this money. So some of the major players, that major move, with all that money that was made, that was a black man that did that.
What?
So I guess it depends on the black person that can make the power move.
Exactly.
Their mentality.
Our president is black. So who makes bigger moves than him?
The banksters.
Yeah, that's true.
But
he got people over.
We do, but our president is black. So now what is our excuse?
The Rothschilds,
Right.
the banksters.
Exactly, because there's people over the president. He cannot make a final decision. He has.
We know
trust me.
we know in which
Trust
way the executive, the judicial, and the legislative branch works. We know that. But right now, our president is black. He is the chief head of state.
He is, but let me say this, and I'm not going to get too much into it because, again, we don't want to
Allegedly.
the black bands to pull up and call us off.
Allegedly.
But allegedly,
Go ahead, hit on the billionaires. Go ahead.
Okay.
Say what you feel. Look, they can take me. I'll take the hit.
again, somebody already said one of the names being the Rothschilds. They're basically 5 families who run the world. And I say this over and over again. People don't believe it, don't listen to me. It can be looked up. Okay, this is how I found out this information, and I have talked about it with certain individuals. They meet once a year over in Europe somewhere, and they make the decision as to what's going to go down and what's happening. Anything that they don't want to happen doesn't happen. It's as simple as that because they control everything. They control the money, the power, and everything else. There's 5 families from around the world that run everything.
You know what's funny? We can sit here, and this is. I mean, people gonna hate me for this, but whatever. We can sit here and say who runs the country, who can make the change, as far as like with your situation, what you're going through. We all know that, like Simply D just said, what they say go. So to us, we're like pennies to billionaires. So I hate to say it, but like your daughter and son, what they went through, the murder of my nephew. The Jimmy Dennis story, as far as that. The powers that be make things happen when they want it to happen. So we sit here and we'll come up with solutions and stuff like that, but it starts with us believing in what's really going on. You have individuals like, I know PH, I know you because I talk to my mom, so I know you, as far as what and I know something being dark child, as far as what we really know, you and I know what's going on, like, the rappers say. But other individuals, when you talk to them, they look at you like you're crazy.
Right.
They don't want to hear it. Oh, whatever, this and that. And they live their life. They go on with their life until they hit home. And then people want to pay a little bit of attention, but they still don't understand that the billionaires do what they do. And to us, we're small fry. Philadelphia, look at the world, and then look at Philadelphia. So things that happen, they'll be like, all right. But if you get too much attention, that's when they start paying attention to it. If it interfere with the voting and interfere with their money and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like you said with the Baltimore thing, the baseball field lost what?
They
A
shut it
whole
down.
bunch of money because they ain't have nobody in the stadium.
Let me tell you this. And you know where I work, so I'm not going to put it out there, but on any given day, a ballpark by itself makes over $1 million in beer sales alone. That's just beer.
Say beer.
We're not talking the other wine, food, merchandise, and all that. We're talking beer. So now you take beer and you consider everything else that goes on in that stadium and how much money that they're bringing in, and they shut down a complete ball stadium. Yes, people was like, hold the hell up. We need to have a meeting. Because this year ain't happening.
Let me ask you something. How much you think Jay-Z made, Dark, since you brought up that concert? How much do you think they bring in from that concert every year? Around, just give me a number. Any number. 50 million. More, less?
I'm gonna say maybe anywhere between 20 and 30 million off that concert.
All right. So, what's the school deficit right now? What they say? 80 million?
It's close to about 100.
That's one concert that brought that in. So, because number one, you're already almost a billionaire, right? And this is what I mean by, and this is what Dart mean by, we have powerful people, but it goes back to what they want to do to help and what they won't do because they'll lose the support of individuals that you're going to mess with their money. So you're like in the middle right now. So say I'm Mark and I could do a concert and make $20 million, right? And I say I'm gonna do a $20 million concert to raise money for the school district. Now I'm interfering with other individuals' money because I'm educating them and I'm helping them get educated. That's gonna cut into the prison. After they cut into the prison, it's cutting into the the people with the money. So again, we have to take care of ourselves. So I mean, this is my opinion. With that situation, to make changes in that neighborhood, we have to do it.
But one of the things we have, and you're absolutely right.
Right.
We have to come to an understanding of what are we worth.
Right.
Like you used the pennies. I was like, wow, that is so accurate because they didn't even find a knife. My son pulled the knife out of his bag. They didn't even find a knife. It was only because of my children's mother nagging me and she and I arguing about this knife. Where is it at? I said, well, you know what? Let's go to the park and find it ourselves. 20 minutes in the park, I found the knife.
Wow. So
if that, I'm looking like, well, when the police was there, what were they doing? Just trying to disperse the crowd? Because they didn't turn it into a crime scene. Because we're not worth it.
That's crazy.
We're not worth it.
That's wow.
Well, allegedly, we're not worth it because if you look at the stock exchange, I know you know about the birth certificates.
Right.
Yeah,
we are worth it. The profit
Millions.
comes in is with these nonprofit organizations, like the police is a nonprofit, and them not following the Constitution of giving back to the community. That alone will change the dynamics of any and every community. If you give back to help the community, just like back in the day when I was raised, we had we felt better about ourselves, a lot more respect. Because a lot of businesses were doing the right thing. Now you got big businesses like Comcast not paying their taxes like how they're supposed to give back to the community. So they take away to cause us to act this way. But nobody can really speak on that because a lot of us don't understand the type of damage that does. But the powers that be knows what type of damage that does to us or does to people, period. So look at the PPA. Look at how much money they've been making since 2005. They've been making money off of us taking our cars illegally, not in compliance with the Constitution or the laws of the land, which is the Constitution and the Constitution of Pennsylvania. But yet they're still doing everything they're doing, take away from the black community and not giving nothing back. So that's the problem.
Again, now you have that knowledge, right? For example, you have that knowledge about those things. So if you hurt the school district, again, don't give them the money, don't give them new books, use this and that. They can't learn what you know. So what happens is we don't know because they don't educate us with that. So we have to educate ourselves.
Let me just tell you this. I had a conversation with a top city official, and it was crazy to me how he was telling me that he know individuals that live in the city who have not paid their taxes for 20 to 15 years.
Do you know why?
And they got good jobs.
But do you know why?
Why is that?
There is no law. There is no law stating that you have to pay taxes.
It's not
If
law.
you don't know
It's not
that, it's
law.
not law. It's a statute. There's a difference between a law, a statute, and a code. Statutes and codes don't apply to living beings. I know that's going to go over top of a lot of people's heads, but I got the case study for that.
Right.
That was said in the Supreme Court.
And let me piggyback and tell you this. This is something that I do where I just choose not to file my taxes for 5 years at a time. That's just what I choose, whether I owe or where I'm getting money, whatever. I had the IRS contact me, and the guy on the phone said to me this. He said, "You didn't do X, Y, Z." I said, "No, I didn't." He said, "Well, can you explain to me why?" And when I gave him his explanation, he said, "Have a good day."
We're going to take a quick minute break because this is interesting. Because now we got into a whole other situation that's do this TV talk show about some stuff because it's deep. We'll be right back. Get 2 minutes. Sadior presents Open Conversation on Heat 100 Radio.
Yeah, you know they locked that girl up for that, right? And she worked for the IRS. She was one of the higher rate officers in the fraud division. Yeah, the black girl. They locked her up. Huh?
We're not paying taxes. Not paying
No, she had got a phone call from somebody, and they were asking her about the payment bonds, about bid bonds, about straw man. They were asking her about all these questions, and then they were asking her, and she investigated. And when she began to investigate it, she was just like, "Whoa, we're not supposed to be doing this. We're not supposed to be taking taxes from people. People are not supposed to pay taxes." So she started, advocating like, "Look, stop paying y'all taxes." She said, "I'm not telling y'all to stop paying y'all, but I'm telling you why you don't have to pay." And he locked her up.
When I told the dude on the phone, he was like, "Why you ain't pay your taxes?" And that's why you're sick and I don't have to. He said, "Well, where'd you get that from?" I said, "I read." He said, "Have a nice day."
Isn't that crazy?
They're trained. It's a
Yes,
system.
I worked for the IRS. I know.
It's a system.
I worked for them. That's how I found out.
You don't have to pay a tax.
Exactly. So now when they call me, I'll be like, "Excuse me."
You don't have to pay not one red cent to it.
Again, the education part.
But they don't teach that in school.
But see, this is
you gotta homeschool.
But this is why we have to teach each other. I keep telling everybody, take time to teach. Didn't we have a conversation months ago about that the school's not going to teach us? I said that's why people need to step up and teach each other.
Did y'all see the front of the Daily News on Monday? So they took cursive out of public schools. They don't no longer teach.
Yeah, they don't.
Cursive writing.
I ain't know that.
But they
They
do
don't
that,
teach it
but
anymore.
they don't teach public school kids cursive anymore.
Nope.
Now I've had this teacher. You know the field I work in, and I had this conversation over 10 years ago, and I picked up the phone and I called my sister-in-law, my niece, and said, "Teach them kids how to write in cursive." My niece, y'all know what she is. She's 6. She writes in cursive.
I wonder what the hell is that?
She writes in cursive. Everybody that I know, my son, don't know how to write in cursive. Whoever had him, that's what they did to him. But how you sign something? Man said, I took him to the SSI check.
Yeah.
To sign your name in.
Brings back to
Yeah.
Don't forget we got to touch on other topics too.
Can I ask a quick question though? Why do we fear each other? Because like I was listening to Mark. Mark said we gotta teach each other, right? I don't even want to listen to him. We don't have respect for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So one, I don't respect you, or I fear you. I see a black man, the first thing I'm thinking I go into a state of mind of fear, like I gotta protect myself, I gotta guard myself. Yo, what's up? I gotta get a deep voice.
So brings back.
Gotcha. And we're back. This conversation is getting a little heated. It's getting deep. To the caller who called in, I apologize. I didn't want to stop the gentleman from talking midstream, but feel free to call back.
267-368-5328.
Yeah, and like I said, this conversation is getting a little heated, getting deep. There's a lot of knowledge in the room, and I'm sure it's a lot of things that you people don't know, haven't heard before, and we're not crazy. We're just dropping some science on you, some real science. It's a time to learn. Pull out your pens and pads and take note.
I look at it this way. You don't want to listen to us? Research.
That's all.
Research.
That's all you got to do. Go to the library for a change and read.
Go listen to Dick Gregory. He'll tell
Yeah.
you some stuff.
Really?
In the heart, really.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we don't do. We really, really, really don't do. We do not research nothing. We take everything that they say and they give us and we run with it.
Exactly.
We research the stuff that don't matter.
Yeah, right.
No, for real, let's keep it there. It ain't like we don't know how to research. Right. Trust me, people tell me stuff that I don't even care about Jay-Z's birth, where he lived at, his street, what floor he lived on, Beyonce, who she sung with before this. And I'm like, yo, for real?
Yeah, they know all that.
Like, yeah, seriously?
But try reading up on something interesting and they don't do it. I mean, the knowledge is out there. All you got to do is go and find it. Just like I didn't know that there were all these grants and what's the other thing? Grants? No. When you want to get money, funding, like when you go to school or whatever, it's grants and loans that you can get. There's a book in the library of all these different grants that you can get from people who will pay for you to go to school.
Yeah.
I didn't know it until last year when my granddaughter, got accepted to college. But it's crazy. You know what I mean? Go to the library, pick up a book, or get on your computer and read.
Or sit and talk to individuals that can, which I know, I think my mother introduced you to one individual that was on our show. I'm not gonna put his name out there because I know they're after him. He posts information on Facebook and stuff like that, and they take it down.
Really?
That's how crazy it is.
Absolutely.
And people think you crazy, but no, I saw it happen. If he puts something up that's true that you ain't supposed to know, they take it down.
Wow.
So it's real. I mean, it's been. I mean, look at it this way. Back in the day when I was younger, and adults used to try to talk to you about different things, you used to look at them like this. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm just trying to go run ball, chase chicks, and all that type of stuff. So I do commend the younger generation because they do utilize technology. Some individuals do utilize technology and tell me stuff that I don't even know. So it is some individuals out there that's paying attention and know that what's going on throughout, life and the whole underground, I guess, system. I guess I'll put it that way. So I mean, I do commend some because it's going to be a change. It's just taking a long time, but I do see it gradually. Like perfect example, Baltimore. Who would ever think that younger people would get together and really stand up for something? Because I don't want people to think that we're all just saying, oh, pointing fingers and you're this and you're wrong, you're not paying attention. No, it is some individuals out there that's really putting, that work in and doing things that need to be done to pass that information. Some individuals are scared because of the way the system and stuff is going. So, but let's talk about anything else on that topic because we got like 3 other topics that I want to touch on. I know Simply D got to run.
You out? You going to work, Boo?
No, my granddaughter's going on a prom and I have to drive her.
Yeah, he's a driver. I tell you, this man do everything, man. Look.
Talent.
You old enough? You got grandkids?
Ha
I got them too, so I ain't worried about that. I'm good.
Some of us started early.
Yeah, my goddaughter was going on the prom tonight, and I missed it, and it was a struggle between open conversation, watch her going to prom.
Right.
I missed it. I feel some kind of way, but work comes first.
Anything else on that topic?
No, that's pretty much it.
Let's touch on. No, I ain't gonna do myself. I'm gonna skip it tonight because I know we want to touch on the whole child support system. That's one of the topics that. I know he wanted to touch on.
It needs to be revamped.
Yeah, Simply D said it needs to be revamped. So what you think? He said quickly.
Well, the sad truth is, us black folks, so that's what we're speaking to. We're so drawn by money that that's the first thing that we go after, just the money aspect. And I hate to attack the women, but I'm almost forced to have to, just because that system protects women. So ladies, just try to forgive me. But you're chasing small dollars when behind the scenes those judges and everybody else working in those court systems are making more money hand over fist than what you're getting from somebody else by sending somebody innocent to jail who did not commit the crime.
Now, when you say that, explain a little more as far as sending to jail and the whole system situation. Like, give the listeners a little more detail so they don't think that we're talking about everybody. Because there's some idiots out there that don't do what they need to do as far as when it comes to their children.
Absolutely.
And they're having all these children and just think that they can walk away and don't do nothing as far as raising the children.
Well, the first problem to me comes into where as though a part of the Constitution, women have rights, and with rights come responsibilities. And I'm not taking up for the guys who's not there, but ladies, you gotta take responsibility. Just like we have to watch who we lay down with, you gotta watch who enters you also.
Right.
And not to say that that should be your punishment, but you need to take some type of responsibility because you were negligent also.
Right.
So all the blame should not be placed on the man. It should be 50-50 in every aspect, right or wrong. Everything's 50-50. If you're wrong, 9 times out of 10, that man gave you some type of inkling that he wasn't going to be what you may have thought he was, whether you want to admit it or not.
Right.
So why is it that when you hear of a man going through the system and being drugged through the dirt, you can laugh and it's okay?
Right.
But when you make a mistake, you can go to the system and get paid and get somebody locked up.
Right.
That's not fair. When you have rights and you're an adult just like he was, stand up. That's my whole gripe. And as far as like the other aspect to it all is, it's all fraudulent. The whole child support system is fraudulent. I can show you guys papers I printed out from Congress in black and white. I can read you what it says, and a lot of people would not believe me, but the black and white doesn't lie.
All right. So when you say fraudulent, trust me, I totally understand everything, but I have to
Break it down.
break
for
it down for our
listeners.
listeners.
Break it
As
down.
far as when you say fraudulent, I don't just want to drop that on the table and say,
Okay.
yo, it's messed up. Give a little bit of example. I know we can't really get deep into it because of the time frame, but give just PowerPoints on what you mean when you say fraudulent.
Fraudulent meaning, and I'll take it back to the Constitution. If there's no crime been committed, then they can't take anything from you. That's just the simplistic way of putting it.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, and it states in this House Bill 879, Session 2015, they're supposed to be lawyers, and they must have 23 hours of child development and child psychology.
Right.
When you go to these tribunals, that's what they are, none of them are lawyers. They're conference officers and hearing officers, which are basically nobodies.
Right.
But in Congress, it states one thing and you're doing a whole different other thing. So that's what constitutes the fraud right there, right upon his face.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other part about it is this is just the simple form of law is hearsay evidence is inadmissible in the court of law.
Right.
Child support in custody is nothing but hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all fraud. Now I have court orders from a court that I deal with, and on your court orders, the judge is supposed to have a wet ink signature. My judge's court orders are photocopied.
Wow.
Her signature is photocopied on everyone, and her name changes to different entities. So I go research in the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. Her name does not read the same on her law license that it reads on her court orders. That's fraud.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Upon his face. So when you spot fraud, the entire order is void right then and there. One thing of fraud voids the entire order.
Wow.
One.
And if nobody pays attention to it, then they just let it keep going. It's like, you know, like again, educating our people.
Right. Well, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. And let's look at the symbol of like the justice system. There's a lady, she has a blindfold over her eye.
Right.
There's a scale.
Lady Liberty. Right.
Nobody understands what that picture is saying. That picture is saying, it's just like how we were raised.
They don't want us to see it.
They don't see the truth.
Right.
Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
That's right.
Why is her eyes blindfolded? So the only thing they want to do is hear.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's why it's called the injustice system. Nobody ever gets justice. Justice system does not look for truth.
Right. It looks for injustice. Well,
Mm.
yeah. We'll slide it down. We got my man. He this pulled up in us on. Me and him have been playing Connect Four, Mr. Dots, switching back and forth, in and out. Always, probably on your book, my book, Our Grams Art. His movement is Live in Peace. So when I thought about him today, every week I've been telling him, all right, I'm going on the radio. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Right? We've been playing miss and match. So today, after I'm reading the topic, I was like, that's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Peace. I said, well, look, if you're up in the area, slide through and just, come bless us with a little something. So introduce yourself and just
How you doing, listeners?
tell us about your little movement.
Thanks for having me too. My name is Will Little. I have a movement called Peace Live in It. Mainly, it's basically to get everyone involved in this issue we're dealing with violence all over the country. As we've seen, there are a lot of there's been a lot of police brutality. Also, been a lot of crime perpetrated against one another, especially in our city of Philadelphia. And also domestic violence. I mean, and the issue is suicide. So this Peace Live in It campaign is actually to get people to think in peace and live in peace. I mean, because a lot of us are struggling with ourselves when you hear about depression and stuff like that. A lot of us are at war with ourselves, and so mentally and emotionally. I mean, so this is just a more encouraging type of a movement, whereas though they promote peace, get people to get involved in promoting peace, and everyone can see it more because the proliferation of negative content and imagery is all over social media and everywhere else. So you understand the desensitization of some of our mindsets in this country, where you will have people videotape beatdowns and murders and shootings and even videotaping police officers doing injustice to some individuals or suspects, and they don't care that they're on camera. I mean, this is called a desensitization. I mean, when it comes to another human beings and his rights. So, along with that, I decided to come up with this Peace Living campaign to actually promote something more positive, something strong that we can all get involved in, even if you're not a community activist type of person, or if you don't go to community meetings or don't have an opportunity to do them things, you can still express yourself in another way with this clothing or this attire. That's labeled Peace Living.
Now, see, this is the situation that we was just talking about, and it's more so individuals have to support what you're doing. It's like I was saying earlier, a lot of individuals complain, but you have individuals like yourself doing those type of movements that people need to support.
Right.
And like Floyd, you just asked, what do you need to do? Before we leave, you need to get his number and network with everybody, and then, you know, come up with something, some of your ideas, and work together to more so make things happen.
And then call us, and then we come with the cameras.
Exactly.
And we're gonna have a whole nother brothers sit down meeting. We can find a nice spot that we already got. Y'all tell us about what y'all done did. You know, put it out there. Y'all being taped live too, just so you know. We live, so you can go back, because I know I called you on the whim, so all you peoples can still see you tonight, so they can log in and they're gonna be able to check this out.
Yeah, Men's Empowerment Circle.
Right.
Since you just brought that to my attention, the Men's Empowerment Circle, we did our second show 2-3 months ago. What was it? 3 months ago, maybe? Three months ago. And that's more so having individuals like yourself, you know, and we sit down and we discuss different topics. We're gonna have 3. So when y'all ready to make a move, those young men, middle-aged men, and older men, I know I can call. So if you do an event, I know I can call them and say, yo, I need y'all to go to this event.
Right.
You know, I need y'all to support these shirts. Anything you go to, I need you to wear this shirt and represent, you know, what you represent, because we are really trying to do something positive. But again, we have to stop being scared of each other. People scared to, you know, compliment a guy because they feel like they're soft and all that. Yo, you are who you are. You know what I mean? If you a man, you're a man. It's all right to compliment. It's something that I don't know where that come from, as far as us being like, yo, there's some nice shoes. It's like we scared to compliment each other.
Miseducation.
Yeah, it's like that. It don't hurt. You know, women. I mean,
do it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
If I see somebody with a sharp shooter, I'd be like, yo, that thing is nice. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to get out of, man.
And you know
Put
what?
that on. That's our caller. But listen, and I'm gonna tell you what drew me to Will's line, because whenever some people sometimes say to me peace, and I say living. Because I never know what the response to it. And somebody just educated me on it the other day about hello. That's why they don't. I guess we'll get into the behind it.
Yeah.
A lot of people say hello, and he educated me on why not to say hello, because hell is so low. What's to greet somebody with? So I changed the way I greet people, because your greeting is something important. But we got a caller.
Caller,
And what's up?
You're on the line.
Hello, yeah, my name is Rush. Just calling to say that the reason that it's not recognized on such an international level that Black Lives Matter, because we can just shoot and kill each other. Nobody stands up. Like I've seen it so many times on Facebook, nobody stands up when we're shooting and killing each other. Nobody goes out marches or anything. It's normal to us. So why, if we're supposed to set the standard for our own people, how can we move amongst other people and expect them to not mimic the same exact things that we do to each other?
Yeah, that's something that you said earlier, right?
But it is that's the narrative that is given by the media, not really us. Because you may say black on black crime, but there's white on white crime. I mean, there's Asian on Asian crime. And just looking in the papers now, or looking on the news, you see the motorcycle gang down, Waco, Texas. They're killing each other, but they're not called thugs. I mean, they're not called radicals or something like that. But they're killing each other. and most of the majority of them are Caucasian descent. I mean, so it's just how the fact that people address and target African American people so we can feel or think the way we think as it is. I mean, so it's up to us to educate ourselves basically and just start educating our youth, let them understand where they come from and who they are, because that's the main thing we're missing: self-identity.
One of the things that Mark had mentioned earlier, the empowerment starts at home. It starts at home first before you even enters the street. It starts at home first. So what parents need to do is take captive the homes and empower the children, teach the children, show them peace in the homes. Listen, you got brothers and sisters that live in the house that don't even get along with each other.
Absolutely.
There's no peace in that house. You know, you have children who are watching the mother and father fight back and forth all day, every day. There's no peace in the house, and you're not sowing peace into their minds or into their spirits.
Right, exactly.
You're showing them violence. You're showing the little boy how to hit a woman. You know, you're showing the little boy how to walk away from his responsibilities. When he sees you walk away from your responsibilities, you know.
And then when you try to discipline him, you say, "Well, you did it."
Exactly.
Look, that's the first thing.
Exactly. You know, so
Also, I would like to add on to say that level 4 is right, and also with what's going on with the what do they call it? The emasculation of the black man. Women, you know, whether it's sorry from a man or a woman, woman disrespects a man do something to him, and then she possibly beats and batters and bruises her son mentally and verbally, saying that your daddy ain't nothing, you ain't gonna be nothing, this and that, and then finally the little boy might make a decision in his head and say, I don't want to be a man.
Right.
That's true.
So,
It's happening on such a large scale, even down to the fashion. I hate to say it, I miss the old school fashion.
That's a story within this. That's a whole
Right,
show within
right,
itself.
right.
Another
So
show
let's
about
do that.
fashion.
Yeah.
No, but we agree with
We
you.
appreciate
I appreciate your call and everything. You know, stay tuned for everything that's going on, and we're gonna definitely put a longer show to get into this topic. I'll make sure Floyd know about it, so that way you can get involved with the things that we're gonna do in the future. All right.
Awesome.
All right now.
So thanks.
No problem.
We appreciate you calling. We sitting here at the table with three very intelligent black men who are trying to. Well, I ain't gonna say trying, because trying is a detrimental word, because it gives the connotation that they tried and failed. There's three black men sitting at the table who initiate and empower our young man of the community. And I'm sitting here and I'm sitting next to PH and I'm listening and we passing information back and forth. I got three coworkers who I know is going through this right now, who would absolutely love to sit and talk to you because they're going through this child support stuff. We already know what the living and the peace struggle is about. We know it's personal. You just what, 2 weeks in? Son's still swollen, still infected. Right. So we know we know your struggle. So the responsibility bear on this man to bring this table together, so that our listeners could hear it and see it, so that we could give them this knowledge. So whatever it comes to right now, let's give it to them because they need it.
All right, so the first part that I want to give to the public is House Bill 879. This issued April 6, 2015. This is the prohibition. A person who is not a judge or family law master may not hear or decide matters which establish or modify the amount of child or spousal support. Everybody who works in domestic relations, maybe except for the masters, are like hearing officers and accomplice officers. They are not attorneys. This House bill states that. That's fraudulent right there. That's a fraud order. Anything they do and put through is a fraudulent order. So how are people getting locked up committing this much fraud? That's a concern.
Well, my whole thing is with let's see how I can touch on this. I love sitting around brothers that make me stuck because that means they got me having to think quick because we on the radio. But I'm definitely next month. I don't know, it's June, maybe July. I know it's the summertime, everybody going on vacations. I would like to put something together where we can sit down, you know, us three and some other individuals, because I'm gonna reach out to Greg Brinkley. He's real deep into the community. He was on the show. I'm gonna reach out to a lot of individuals that I know that's like us, and I'm gonna talk to him to see if we can get the community center. We're gonna sit down and start educating. You know, I don't know if this is something that y'all want to do. I think, for me talking to y'all, I know y'all don't mind sitting and talking to individuals, giving them that information. But what I would like to do is like his movement, you know, everybody movement to support each other first. You know what I mean? Just make sure that we stay in touch.
That's where it started. You know,
Yeah, because think about it. If you got 50 people that'll follow you, you got 50 people that'll follow you. And say he have an event. I'm not going to keep saying. What's your name?
Oh, Will Little.
Will. If Will Little have the event, and you have 50 people you can bring, you have 50 people, I have 50 people, he have 50 people, it makes it a successful event. But this is something that we have to start doing, is supporting each other. It don't, what did Gilly say on Instagram? It don't hurt to support somebody. It don't cost nothing. That's what he said. It don't cost nothing.
Show no love.
It don't cost nothing for me to repost. If you post something, for me to repost, it take me what, 5 seconds to hit repost?
That's that.
And now my people see what you're doing, and we support. If you notice, I post a lot of people's stuff. Some people I don't even know, but if it's positive, I repost it because it's something that if I have 5,000 Facebook friends and 1,000 see it, that's 1,000 people that got your message.
And that's why I see that's the thing method I use in the Peace of the Minute movement, because everyone who buys a shirt takes a picture and they put it on their page.
I'm not gonna lie, not to cut you off. I apologize, and I'm gonna get with you about a shirt because y'all reached out to me,
Oh, we did?
and
Okay.
when you said that, I'm like, wait a minute. Are you ready for the movement or something like that's what you
Are you
said,
ready to
right?
take the pledge?
Are you ready
Ready
to
to take
say?
the pledge.
I remember that.
And I kept
And I
looking
was
at my
like,
eyes
man,
like,
I gotta get with this brother. I gotta get with this brother, but it's a fault that we all
It's a
have in
reason.
life that we plan to do stuff and we don't do it. And that's just more so there's so many things going on in life that we have to take control of things and actually do things that we know we're supposed to do.
But I'm there to take up your slack, so I made it happen anyway. So
Yeah.
so that's why we work a team. There's no I in team.
Exactly.
So listen, we know we get close to time, and I don't want people to
I ain't worried about
we ain't
that.
rushing
You
either
got
because I ain't
you.
got
I'm rushing.
nowhere to go.
All right, so come
So,
on, let's keep it
I
moving.
mean, I gotta
I'm
get there,
enjoying
but I'll
this.
get there.
I'm ready
But
for 8 o'clock.
the question is, and the thought is, how far can we take this in terms of educating not just the youth, but our males? Because I don't want to keep saying black men, because there is a population of Hispanics, non-Hispanics, Latinos, Asian Americans that need the same information.
Well, the start comes in the words though. Everybody has to let go of the state. The state has caused more problems for families, no matter what race, than they have fixed. The domestic relations causes more problems in the household than the original problem that started the problem after domestic relations came in. Get rid of the state. The state is nothing but a corporation to keep you at war in the household. If we're at war in the household, we can't have a community. We can't have a community.
Very true.
This is something that they do purposely. That's why in certain aspects now they're talking about shutting down the internet. The government's shutting down certain parts of the internet because so much information is being put out by the Freedom of Information Act, the Right to Know laws. When you go into the court, I've been through this. I've been kicked out because of some of the things I filed into the court. The whole court knows who I am.
Such
I'm not
as?
afraid. Such as, I'm not afraid to challenge them on their jurisdiction. If you don't have jurisdiction, you have no standing to charge me with anything. Being as though they're a corporation, they've taken an oath, and once they've taken an oath, they relinquish their citizenship. Now they're a foreign state. You're a corporation. I'm a living being. A corporation can't contract with.
So
a
you
living
challenged them on what, and they kicked you out of what? Give us a situation so that the folks understand. It can't be vague.
being. Well,
For example.
Because I understand, I was gonna say that.
Right.
Break down a little bit.
One of the things I know exactly what he's talking about. I had a friend who did that, and he just kind of like disappeared. There's a jurisdiction. They have a system that operates in that jurisdiction. If you step out of there, you're taking them somewhere else. You're taking them somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm trying to like articulate it in a way where he don't have to go into detail and say certain areas, but they have, like I said, they have a system, and when you bring them out of their system to fight them with commercial law, because in all actuality there is no legal law, there is no commonwealth. But we don't know that though. We don't know that there is no commonwealth. That's a made up law. You know, somebody was talking about the Constitution earlier, but what we don't know is behind the scenes they're trying to do away with the Constitution.
they are doing it.
Because you
Slowly
you
but
know it too
surely.
much. It's
We
like,
know
it's
exactly.
like, yo, y'all ain't.
So there is
we
no
gotta change this
liberty
one.
for us. It's
Right.
just do what we say do. And that's that.
Well, the next portion will that have to be once people start become educated on the Constitution and what it states, as well as you are a living being. When you see your name from the court system, your name is in all capital letters. That's a state-created corporation, not a human
Entity.
being.
That's
It's
right.
called an entity.
That's right.
There's case law on that, and I have that. The problem is when you go into those courts, the jurisdiction that we're supposed to be fighting is called the common law. Nobody has the common law system, none of the 52 states. But they want to charge the legal fiction, the all caps name, that make you suffer for it. When this is all fraud. It's been proven.
So give us an example of you vaguely got away from it. To the best that you can.
On the reason
How you got kicked, why you got kicked out, or they banned you from the courts.
well, I was escorted out because when you start asking questions, you have to understand that most people don't challenge that system. I'm coming in, I'm a young black male, I'm articulate, I know how to conduct myself, and I'm asking the proper questions. When you go up against corruption and you ask the right questions and you articulate it properly, you cause a threat to them. Now, this is why they label people terrorists. So that day when they escorted me out, I was a terrorist that day because of what I bring to the table. I'm not looking to hurt anybody, but I'm not going to allow you to put me through something and take something from me that I work for when you have no evidence to charge me in no way, which shape, form, or fashion.
So the question you asked was what?
The first question I was asking was for the judges' oaths and bonds. All judges take an oath to uphold and protect the Constitution. When I got my judge's oath, her oath wasn't proper. All judges' oath must be notarized by a licensed notary of the state. My judge's oath had a signature and a seal from the pathonetary with no seal from the notary, which is the third party entity who witnessed the oath. Without that, you have no legal standing to issue out any court orders. No legal standing. So when you challenge that and you know that me being young and black, you pose a threat to them because now you have an opportunity to expose the fraud and do something that nobody else has done before.
So you mean to tell me that no other lawyers know that?
Great question. Now, that's where it comes in the conflict of interest because what we don't know is lawyers and these judges are operating with the color of law. None of these lawyers will ever tell you to protect your constitutional rights. They're going under statutes and codes because they're a corporation, the bar attorneys are a corporation. And judges were nothing but lawyers anyway. So that's what causes the conflict of interest because they're all buddies. And they have that little payment system where as though if a lawyer can get $10,000 out of you to fight your case, they may break the judge off $5,000 just so they can win that case. That creates the conflict of interest.
And that I
That
totally agree with. Because it's like, all right, you take this case this time and I get the next one. And then I'll see you on the golf course
And it
this
happens.
weekend. It's like, yo, how you fighting for me and that's your man?
It happens.
Look.
I've been to traffic court. I paid a lawyer $150. By the time I got out, he said, man, don't worry about it. I'm going to go buy him a steak later on. At the time, I was not mentally aware of this stuff.
Right.
Now you know, they all shake hands and rub shoulders. If if an attorney is cool with the judge, you know, they're not supposed to be arguing against each other in the courtroom because of their conflict of interest. That automatically nullifies the whole court order.
And that's one of the reasons why a certain case, the lawyers aren't from Philadelphia, and they gave them a hard way to go because they're not from Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
You know, their lawyer was from D.C., and they came to Philadelphia, and Philadelphia had a fit because they didn't use a Philadelphia lawyer in this case.
To argue
Yeah,
the argue the case, but it didn't need to be argued because the lawyers from DC had already said, and the precedence was already set, and it was already up front with. So all they wanted them to do is put some money into a Philadelphia lawyer's pocket to speak about this case, but it was unnecessary.
That's because of the conflict of interest.
So we move forward.
Well, it's a part of the machine. It's a whole machine that's going on in America, period. And it's that corporate America, I mean, and capitalism is all part of that machine. So even if you're a young child, you raised to be something productive in society. You say, all right, I want to be a police officer, or I want to be a lawyer, I want to do this, and that. You come in with the right intent, I'm saying, and the right heart. But once you get into the system, it changes that.
go through that
But
training,
right,
program.
part of the machine, which they program your mind. Same thing as college and school.
Yep.
The education they give us. I mean, they give you a poor education for a poor person, so you can work in the field. I mean, so they can compete with other countries. That's all it's about. And the reason why we are failing in this country, as far as our competition or competitiveness to other countries, because our education is not there.
And I totally agree. For example, my baby children go to school out Lower Moreland. My other children went to school here in the city of Philadelphia. Totally different.
Yeah.
Right. Totally, it's like black and white, literally. And I mean, he's one of the 5 children in the white school.
Right.
And
Exactly.
his whole frame of thinking is so. I have conversations with him about business,
So
and I feel like I'm talking to somebody
Right.
that's like, you know, my age.
Right.
So do you educate, so we know what your movement is. So do you educate other men to the information that you have? And if so, how do they get in touch with you? And how do they get in touch with you?
Well, first and foremost, yes, I do, but you have to be careful because you can't give out legal advice. So this isn't legal advice. This is just basic conversation.
Basic conversation.
Open conversation.
Right. But you have to say that because
Right,
somebody
right.
can attack
Keeping
you
it
for
100.
giving out
Keeping it-
legal advice.
Right.
So yes, and I'm open. I'll talk to anybody because there are a lot of great fathers out there
Right.
suffering from the
I
system.
have one, I know 100%.
I'm suffering. I keep it on.
Yeah. And it's sad.
Yeah, yes, it is.
And it's all
Trust and
going
believe.
off hearsay evidence.
Right.
Now, I'll be arguing.
So what you
my
call
case.
hearsay?
Hearsay is something that cannot be.
I know what hearsay is, but I'm saying to you,
As an example.
what's hearsay evidence?
When my son's mother told the judge, right, that he's not in his child's life. That's hearsay.
Yeah.
Now, everybody on my mom's block can say, I've always had my son. But she could say that to the judge because of how that little picture I was telling everybody about the lady blindfolded. Because they heard that so much, that's all they have to go on. Hannibal Lecter said, you know, with the eyes see, the brain covets, so on and so forth. That happens in the legal system. That's why they're doing what they're doing. So that's what creates the nonsense. You can't go off hearsay. You have to have facts. I brought in a packet of how I represented myself in court. I broke down the words and definition of a deadbeat parent means absent father. So I challenged the judge. Show me where I was absent. You can't prove it. You have no legal standing to enforce an order. She enforced it anyway. But when I go to the Superior Court and argue my case, I'm not getting an attorney. I'm only going to argue the Constitution.
And what they gonna say? The Constitution wrong?
They're going to
You
state
know what I mean? It's
that
like,
it's unconstitutional. Minnesota in 1996 Supreme Court has already declared child support unconstitutional because of
So is your argument that you don't want to pay child support, or because that's what it sounds like to women on the other side, that you don't want to pay child support, or you want to do what you want to do? Because my thing is, I don't need, and we say it, and I'm not even gonna put it on. I don't need no man to tell me how to raise my kids. You know they put white man in front of it. So I raise my kids. I'm there every day. This man ain't gonna tell me. She get mad at me. She run down there. She get a increase. I don't need a white man to tell me how to raise my kids. I raise my kids. That's what the most men say in that situation. So is the argument the amount that they was asking for was unfair? Because there's a day-to-day, daily operation when your child does not live with you that takes place. I.e., when that child wakes up in the morning, in the middle of the night with a fever, and she got to run to CVS, she don't call you. She run go get that $12 bottle because at that time it's important. Her car doesn't work. She got to call her cab, get a friend, get a hat. She run them to the hospital because now the fever broke. You get the phone call, your son in the hospital, Lil John had fever and da 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 da. So there are daily costs that you never see because I believe you should be paid for everything you do. So she's paying with her. She got to get up 2 o'clock in the morning with the babies. So now she's tired when she gets to work. It's a cost for that.
Now, here's the flip side. We have a lot of fathers that can take the child just as much as you have the child. In that aspect, you shouldn't be compensated. And if that's your argument and you lie, then you should assume 110% of those costs because you have a man, most men that I know are fathers to their children, and you lie, then you should take 110% of all of that because you have somebody willing to participate in this child's life. Most women just want to have.
So what's your argument?
My argument is that it's unconstitutional. It's number one for the court. Now, for open conversation, my argument is that it's just not fair. It's not fair.
What's not fair?
The payments. I was paying $700 a month. I got
For one
rent
kid?
For one kid. I got rent. I got car note. I got bills. When I have him, he has to eat. I have him 50% of the time. And my mother was watching my child. It's not my problem that you went and filed for subsidized daycare and you lied about your income.
So
you
I
get
think
subsidized income.
to make it more simple, I think that what you're saying is, if I have the child 50% of the time, you have the child 50% of the time. Why is the courts even in it?
Most courts get out of it. The main issue comes in the where is though a lot of women hold children over the man's head and use it as a power tool.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the motive behind most women, you shouldn't get no child support because now, not only are you taking away from this child and his development and everything of that nature, but now you're taking away from the father. You shouldn't get a penny.
You know what Judge Judy said? And I laugh because it's funny, but she said it. Y'all make this mess and then y'all come in here and want us to take care of it.
I'm going to have to object to that.
So I'm saying because you chose that woman.
I'm going to have to object to that too.
Right. But because you chose her, y'all two, however, planned or not planned,
right?
Y'all decided to have this child, right? Now, for some reason, y'all, with one or the other, couldn't come to an amicable agreement. So now why is it unfair that now I have to come in here and untangle your mess?
Well, nobody should have to untangle two adults' mess.
Exactly.
It's number one. Number two, when we laid down, the court wasn't involved.
Exactly.
An attorney wasn't involved.
Exactly.
When we laid down. So therefore, my whole thing is, before the courts, everything worked. You didn't do nothing that I didn't do.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything.
Because you said the court wasn't there when y'all laid down, right? So my question is, do you think either party at some point is going to truly pay fair? Do you believe in some situations that your son didn't deserve $700 a month? Because my child deserves $1 million a month.
Let's be realistic.
But we ain't got $1 million.
That's nonsense. See now.
I'm just asking.
Now,
I'm playing the devil's advocate because I'm not you. Because you see what I'm saying? Because I
have to get you.
Right. Okay.
I have to get you. Just because most women already have the preconceived conception that the system is already for you, you can say that. Realistically, no child needs $1 million a month. Number one.
No, I said my child.
But my son's mother said the same thing. But he deserves $1 million. Time out, young lady. You don't make $1 million, neither do I. So
right.
Let's be realistic.
So that's when realism. That's when being realistic pops in.
Being realistic is my son don't have to wear a polo. I'm cool with going to Target. I wear Target clothes.
Okay.
So he can do the same thing. I search for discounts. You can't search for discounts just because the system is set up in place to take from me and rob me. That's not fair. Only thing I'm asking for is fairness between men and women.
Because there was a chance, there was a time when the system, all men were being hit with child support. Now, one of my comic buddies, Top Flight, and he tell you when he get on the stage,
That's
guess
a great
what?
comic right there.
Guess what? I got my kids full time, and she paid me child support.
Mhm.
So we call it like it is, and it's right. She paid them child support. So system ain't set up again. He getting.
Now, if we were to look at,
You gonna call him a great comic?
you know, like Top Flight,
All
Top
right.
Flight come in and do the job.
Okay.
So shout out Top Flight. So like how I just want it to be is just for it to be fair.
Okay.
Ladies, if you want child support and you have a man that's willing to go with you to custody court and he wants his child, give the man his child. That's it.
I got mine 25 years ago and raised him at 2 weeks old. Look,
That's it.
full custody.
Now,
My
mind
son
you-
getting full custody of his daughter, my granddaughter.
Now,
We ain't
mind you,
playing. Look,
in today's society, the women are not gonna like that. I'm about to say that the men are raising the children better than the women. Hands down. Men not out here making twerk videos with their kids
going to
and
Clement Park.
twerking and stuff with their kids. Men ain't doing that.
But guess what men are doing?
Making
They was the
babies.
one pouring wine on her backside.
What do you
She was
expect?
twerking, he was
What do
pouring.
you expect? That's like a woman
50%
pulling out
culpable.
her top half and you don't expect me to look. I'm gonna look.
Okay, and you
You
supposed
can't do
to.
that.
He
That's
dropped
not
his
fair.
pants, we gonna look too.
So fair is fair, right?
Fair is fair.
So, you can't do that, dog.
All right. So look,
We're going to wrap it up, man.
we're
Next,
going hard. Let the folks
yeah.
know where you can
Definitely. Give
have an
y'all
open
information and
conversation
stuff.
with these fellas
Yeah.
if they need be. Let them know.
Give y'all
Well,
information, social
we'll
media
let them know
numbers,
social media, anything you need to
Um,
give it to them.
You can find me on Facebook. My name is Paul Hall. I have on a purple and white striped shirt with a purple sweater tied around my neck. That's the best description I can give you. So yeah, just find me and inbox me. It's
You gotta start off.
and then my profile is public, so I don't hide from anything. Just shoot me an inbox. I'm an open person, and we can have respectful dialogue.
I have a mobile store, computer repair and mobile store located in 20th and CCD Moore. Like I said, my name is Floyd Divine. Whoever, if you in the neighborhood and you say, hey, I'm trying to do something for my community, this, that, the other, come through, talk to me. I'm there. I'm always trying to push the North Philadelphia area to do so. I don't live in North Philadelphia, but I grew up around North Philadelphia, and it's a beautiful neighborhood. So anytime you just come through, any events, anything like that, just come through. Even if you want to promote one of your parades or your rallies, anything like that, and you want to put some flyers, posters in, come by the store. I'm here, 10 to 5.
Okay, this is Will Little. If you willing to take the pledge and join the movement for peace and urge people to live in it with you, you can find us on Facebook, Peace Live In It, or you can go to Instagram, hashtag Peace Live In It campaign. You'll find the information right there. You see all the pledges there. You see all the pictures. You see all the shirts. Shirts are $20. If you want to order them, you can call the number 215-459-7065. You can find me in the barbershop 16th and Tasker, Jazz You Up. That's in South Philadelphia area. If you want to come there, get a haircut and get a shirt, of course. Then you can just find us on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to keep in touch with me, get in contact with me, then you can find me right on those pages.
What else do you do besides cutting?
I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a public speaker, mentor, community activist, author. I had a
Why
TV
did I
show.
think you were a poet at one time?
Yeah, I'm a poet.
That's what I thought.
I had a poetry group called Poetry in Motion. And I had a TV show called Poetry in Motion too on Comcast.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. See, I've been in this game so long in Philly that stuff come together. Because when I first saw it, I saw Live in Motion. Then I seen the name Real Little. I was like, I know them from back in the day. Maybe it's not the same person. Let me just keep it moving. We got some writers and authors in the house too, so I want y'all two to connect so we can get everything in motion. I'm trying to push somebody to put their stuff out there. We see it every morning, but we just trying to nudge a little. Right, Mark? Just nudge a little.
Man, look, I'm either going to get it happening.
See, he put it all the way out.
Straight to the
I
point.
just tried to nudge her. He
Our
gonna throw it out.
producer got a website that y'all definitely need to check
Get
out.
into.
And get into. I'm going to post it on my social media.
Yo, we don't forget Miss Darkchild, Top Flight, Nick the Landlord, Craig McLaurin. We'll be doing the fundraiser for Officer what's his name? The one that the one that got killed. Wilson, right? And the Wilson.
I think so.
Yeah.
So many cops.
The one that got killed. We do the fundraiser for him. The flyers out is posted on my page. I'm DAT That Girl Comedy. Look me up. I'm there. Thorndale, I'm coming at y'all this weekend. So we'll see you then.
Definitely.
Keep it funny, right?
Yeah, definitely.
One more show we got last week. We got one
Yeah,
more.
one more show, man. We in the streets. Definitely supporting all the community service stuff that's going on.
Give them the
summer.
links in case they don't
Oh, yeah,
tune
'cause
in
last
next week.
y'all was like, I was like,
Don't talk
we're having
about
too
us.
much fun.
Don't talk about us.
Definitely follow us on all our social media. First, let me give Miss Almina's website, yourluminosity.com. Your LUMINOSITI.com. Check out her website when you get a second. I definitely be posting it throughout our social media sites because after next week we won't be on the radio for a while because we'll be out in the streets doing our TV show, taking it back to the
Original.
Yeah, back to the basics.
To
But
the
of course,
basics.
we'll still be rocking with Heat 100. We'll be at all the events and stuff like that. Like the first Thursday, we'll be with Heat 100.
It's still gonna be tagged on
It's
everything.
still gonna be, we still,
We still there. We just
show
taking it back
love.
to where we was.
So all those
once.
people that think that it's
Over, it ain't over.
it ain't over. Don't think it's over. But to follow all the Sadior, I'm trying to look it up because there's so much stuff going on right now with the new filming.
Yeah,
Shout
we're
out
gonna be
to
back
them.
on location. We went to some beauty salons, we went to some restaurants. Yep, we went to the old record store down there. It's prayer time. Yeah, I know that. I get that call too. We went to the record store on Girard Avenue. We played around with some 45s in there. We got into a car accident that day on our way. It's been interesting.
We had
Interesting.
it was 4 years of
television, right?
television and a whole lot of other stuff. So, and I can't find it, so I ain't gonna break my neck. But follow us on social media. Just search Open Conversation Show or search Sadior, Sadior.
Did you not just send it to us on Messenger?
Yeah, I was trying to look for it.
Okay, so it's
So
right
you
there.
do-
There, go right there. You right on the top.
Right, good. Thank you.
See?
Go to YouTube, search Sadior Enterprise, and you can see all the past shows, this show, all the street stuff that we're about to do throughout the summer. That's YouTube, search Sadior, Sadior Enterprise. Google Plus, Sadior Enterprise. Twitter, Sadior LLC. Facebook, Sadior Open Convo. Instagram, Sadior_LLC. And of course, email us at openconversationshow@gmail.com. Next week, we're going to have two ladies on the show. We're going to talk about lupus. And then we're going to probably talk a bunch of stuff about what took place the past almost 2 years of us being on radio and some of the stuff that's coming up. I appreciate every gentleman sitting at this table for coming through, taking their time, rocking with us.
Thanks for having me.
Look forward to sitting down at the Men's Empowerment Circle 3. You can go on the YouTube and look at Men's Empowerment 1. We're editing Men's Empowerment 2. And of course, I want y'all individuals on Men's Empowerment 3. That's the TV show that you can basically share with your friends that's going to be on YouTube.
Y'all gonna see it,
Also,
so don't
real
forget
quick,
to go on there.
I want to tell you, remember Devon, the singer
Yeah.
that was on a couple of our shows?
Yeah.
That's his uncle.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
his uncle. So,
So don't forget, we back to basics with this.
yeah.
So Will and Paul Divine, y'all can go back and watch the earlier part of this show that y'all missed, just so that y'all can catch up. Y'all people can continue to watch the show. Share it. Y'all see the cameras is what y'all cameras been rolling.
Everybody
over
waves
all
to the
day.
camera right here. That's the Ustream.
That's the Ustream. So
It'll be
you know,
posted sometime throughout the night.
So he gets it up right away. So
What's the link?
we give you that.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah, just go to-
www. Go on Ustream and put in Open Conversation, and it'll pop up and it'll say tonight's show.
To make it even easier, just go to YouTube, search Sadior, Sadior LLC. You'll see this show, and then you'll see last week's show. Well, not last week. I was
But we
all other
the
shows.
that we did.
The Cancer Walk, the
Lupus Walk,
all
everything.
types of stuff.
Sickle cell walks,
Yeah.
and inside restaurants.
All types of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate y'all for coming through. We're already over our time. Shout out to Simply Monica for giving us this opportunity on the radio since last January. And we got a lot of love for you. Keep 100 Radio. We'll definitely be rocking with you and the after next week. We appreciate everybody listening and checking us out and support. We out of here. Peace.
Now he need me, so I gotta fly.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, of
He
course.
kept calling. He told me he didn't need me. Then I told him I was just gonna stop by.
You doing a picture, Mark?
You gonna do a quick picture so I can get out of here?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.